The Wild Wild West.
Yo, howdy, y'all. We're here with the bro.
I'm the bro. I'm the bro now. I feel like I've stayed on your couch long enough to be the bro. Yeah.
Wait till you hear.
You're gonna come
Can
in
I
hot,
play
dude. Of course. You're gonna come in hot.
This is why you're here, brother.
What is it? You want to give a little backstory first about what, like how
We
I
discussed it on the
fart.
pod, but
Oh,
yes.
I heard about that.
Phil Madden on your.
I could fart really long. And it's been a superpower amongst me and my friends. It's been a joke forever. And I had a 17-second fart that I've had recorded on my iPhone for about 10 years that I've shared with my friends. And I just beat my record and I sent it to him. He didn't respond.
I didn't open it.
He didn't open it for a couple of times. I'm like, there's no way he didn't listen. Because we were kind of bonding on farts here on the couch.
Yeah, of course.
And there we go. That's perfect timing. And I think farts are funny because even the person doing it doesn't know what it's going to sound like. It's always a pleasure.
That's true.
And if they don't stink, it's a win-win. And mine don't stink for some reason, then they're very long. So I
bet my match.
You might be the chosen one.
You're the last airbenders.
Yeah.
This is textbook airbending.
What did your record come out to be? You said 20-something seconds?
It's about 20 seconds. We could have a time, some little time.
This
on the
is
internet.
this is timed. This is
Yeah, it's on time. On record.
in the middle of this fart, it becomes a Geiger counter for radiation. Like wait till you fucking hear this thing, dude.
Hey, dude, real quick. No way. Oh my God.
All right, that's my time, folks. I should
sounds
just
like
where do I
aliens
go
are
from
coming.
there?
You don't have to put that on.
No, I love it, but
you
I
good.
should,
Good.
how do I follow? I got to just go
Call
home.
Guinness.
now.
No,
Nothing
you got to
you-
call Guinness.
You got to get a hold of Guinness.
Guinness Book of World Records.
No, there's actually. I remember on Howard Stern, there was the dude who'd put
Yeah,
his.
the
There was
farter.
that guy could do it for like
Yeah.
a minute. He had the. Anyway, it's a
He's
gift
probably
and a
dead now.
curse.
That's crazy. It sounds like when like aliens crackle through like NASA
Yeah.
Yeah,
equipment.
that's what
towards
you
the
were
end.
saying. I'm tapping into some alien.
Yeah,
You've been able to do that forever?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
I mean, that's like a high. If you were like a high school stoner stash and you ripped that, I mean, that's the apocalypse.
And remember
I
in
would
high school
still
those
be laughing.
plastic seats, you
Yes.
could get the angle and
Oh
just
my
rip
God,
off them.
dude.
But yeah, I'm proud and
That's just
slash
dropping into the
embarrassed.
pipe.
It's I own it. It's a gift. It's a gift.
What's the
I
longest-
recently got a colonoscopy because all my friends are like, dude, you got serious problems. Like you should go.
Yeah.
So a year ago at 48, I went to get my colonoscopy. I'm like, dude, it's gonna be bad. You know, they put the camera up your ass and or whatever they do. And I was fine. It's just no cancerous polyps, nothing like that. It was just I rip.
That's
You
just
just-
haters, though. That's haters. When you fart real good, haters will be like, "You got a fucked up ass disease." You're like, "Bro,
That-
stop hating on me."
I hate when people hate on a fart. When they're like,
crazy.
"Oh, that sounded wet. You shit your pants."
Yeah.
Like, don't put that on me.
Yeah, man.
I
You're
just
jealous
farted
you didn't
well.
Fart.
Yeah,
They're just jealous. They didn't.
everybody's
fart
jealous they can't fart like that.
Yeah, and people that don't laugh at farts, it's like fuck you. You know,
Oh,
it's like
dude.
if you can't laugh at that, it's just
Simon,
like,
we've covered this probably every other episode for the last 7 years, but you're exactly right. People not laughing at farts is
They're pedophiles.
those
Yeah.
are pedophiles.
The only time you don't laugh at a fart is
Dude.
you're thinking about trapping a kid. And
Yeah.
You're like, "Wait, what was that? Did you
You
just
get interrupted from
somebody just move furniture?"
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
you-
American. I mean,
yeah.
so
Or you're a stern nun. Stern nun, I could see her not being stoked on a hard fart, but like a dude being like, "Excuse
I know,
you?
right?
What the heck?"
And then, of course, when you're in a relationship, the fart bear, you like you hold them in for the honeymoon phase. Then eventually, like when it comes
Oh,
out, that's
man.
like a glorious time when it's kind of like. And then the girl's
Yeah,
looking
you showed
at
me
you.
that. You put together a compilation.
Oh my god,
Put
that's
together a
that's-
major
You know, fart
compilation,
cup?
dude.
Dude.
He is a fart
Dude.
cup. Dude.
dude. That
He has a
what a
great-
trooper she was too. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of a good. Is it litmus test? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Of like, okay,
Yeah.
can they hang or not? Or you know, because that's fun. Once you could do that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I become a stern nun myself if the girl farts.
No. Oh, dude.
I become a bit of a stern nun.
So, dude, so is that sexist? I don't know because my ex-girlfriend got really comfortable and she ripped one once. I was like, no,
Yeah,
never
no, this
again.
is different.
It's
This is
never again.
infuriating, dude. Yeah.
And there's-
Never again.
there's
That's for the boys.
Stink, dude. They
Oh,
stink.
That's for the boys.
Yeah, theirs are so bad. I get furious if I smell my wife's fart. I'm mad. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's fucking
I
gross.
farted last night. I actually got up and farted in the bathroom because I had like hot, terrible ones. So I did her the
Hot
service.
farts, dude.
I might have to. She always like, you go to your ass.
Dragon's breath.
Yeah. But yeah, you gotta. Girls shouldn't fart ever, unless they're with amongst them each other. I think women should only fart in women company, and guys should just carte blanche
Yeah.
Yes.
all day, every day.
Guys should fart at the most inopportune
Yeah,
times.
'cause it's not sexy when girls do it.
It's not sexy
no,
at all.
let's be
When
real.
a guy does it, it is sexy.
So sexy.
Let's be honest.
They should have they should have one of those cologne commercials where the guy's just like going through a meadow.
By the way, I saw Dune 2. It's just a fucking cologne commercial.
Oh, stop! I
it's
love Dune.
I loved it. But
What-
it's
what
a
was
3-hour
cologne-ish about
fucking cologne commercial. The fucking black and white gladiator scene.
That was sick.
It was awesome, but it was just a cologne commercial. When he was walking in the tunnel with the girl after, I was like, "Oh man, I've loved this movie for 5 hours. This is a fucking cologne commercial." It is. It's Chalamet. Like,
Yeah, the black and white parts, the gladiator arena.
Yeah.
It starts in there. Yeah, that movie was so fucking sick.
movie was sick.
That is funny though. That absolutely was shot like
It was a
cologne.
cologne
I
commercial.
was trying to put my finger on it. I was like, damn, that was crazy. Like, what was that? Like,
Yeah.
how did they do that? It looked nuts, but it definitely was a cologne commercial.
Yeah, they did cologne commercial. Guy without eyebrows, hot, walking around.
That was Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis was nice in that.
Yeah, Elvis was very good at that. Very evil.
He was a little evil man.
He was. Dude, it was I watched that on I think Saturday, and all day in my head, I was just like, "Yeah, I'm Dune.
You are
Dune.
Dune.
I am Dune." Like,
Because
what
I
the
can't
fuck?
remember one character's name. I am Dune.
I kept trying to be like, "I'm the app."
Paul is the only name, dude. It's Paul.
You know, Dune's an acronym. Desert Underground Necrophiliac Entertainment Society. we've been on the acronym thing
Entertainment
lately.
Society.
You just dropped the S. So
What I like about Simon is when you hang out with Simon, he's done stuff. You're geez. 48's crazy.
49. Oh, I'm 49.
You're 49.
I have
You
the
look,
body of a 48-year-old.
you look great.
I feel great.
You look fantastic.
You look-
yeah.
I feel
Incredible.
fantastic. Thank you. No wife, no kids. Maybe.
Yeah, true.
But just the things you've done.
I lived a while. Like, I think I just did the right drugs. Like I didn't do the. I was into stoner. So I was never into like blow and all the things that'll make you know, a lot of alcohol. I was more into like popping a Xanny and smoking weed. So I think it just slowed me down instead of like.
Yeah.
I think. Or it's just genetics. I don't know. But thank you. I'll take that as a
But
compliment.
the music career, like all that
Dirt
stuff.
Nasty. When I toured as
Yeah.
Dirt Nasty, because I basically lived your guys' life. Like I did, Matt, I don't know if you know, I did a music comedy character for years called Dirt Nasty, fitting for the opening fart. And and I lived on the road touring and, you know, driving from fucking Chicago to Detroit overnight show. And then it became to the point I was doing it in my 30s and I was like, fuck, this is something for a guy in his 20s. I'm too old for this. At 30, I was thinking that. And I did it for about 10 years. And it got to the point where, you know, you do drink on the road and you look at the tour schedule. It's like, okay, I'm in Detroit Thursday, Chicago Friday. I won't drink I'll drink in Chicago. You got to like figure it out because
You
there's
gotta
no
do the
way you
math.
could hit it every night. And then one time I did a show and I filled my Jack Daniels bottle with apple juice and I'm pounding it on stage, pretending to be drunk because I couldn't drink every night. And a fan grabbed the bottle and pounded it and just looked at me like, you fraud. Like the moment he just, my hero is a fucking fraud because he knew it was apple juice. So I had to fake it sometimes. And then I realized fake drunk was even better because I was fully in control, but acting drunk because the persona was like, hey, I'm fucked up. Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty impressive though. To fake drunk that hard for all those people was pretty nuts. That'd be
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was fun.
and,
I'm
like,
sure
liberating.
it's freeing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to bed, you're fine. And like,
It's like
it's
when
awesome.
people drink NA beers and they're like, I actually feel
They feel the
like
vibe.
I feel like I'm having fun.
That's
Yeah.
like a placebo kind of situation. And there is a little bit of alcohol. Just like my stepdad was an alcoholic growing up and he would drink a 12-pack of Mir beers in the 80s. And he's like, I'm buzzed. Yeah. He'd be like, I'm buzzed.
That's pretty nice. You put the governor on him though. You just put a governor on him. Like, all right, you guys can only get
12 NA beers is fucked up.
he has an NA beer belly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would.
that's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, so I relate to you comics, and I'm such a comic fan. I just like I'm a comedy nerd, and I understand the road. And like you came home last night from Chicago 3 nights in a row. You just had SNL.
Yeah.
I'm just like you came home and slept 10 hours. I'm like I get
it was nice.
That the
Yeah,
road will fuck you up.
I meant to ask you that. You're fully settled down now. Your nervous system was like
I mean, Chicago
Overdrive.
was very nice compared to the last 2 weeks.
True, yeah.
Yeah. That was also I didn't get to say it before publicly. Thank you, dude. When you were at SNL,
Oh, dude, that was
that
a
helped
blast.
me a lot.
That was a blast.
You were
man.
such a nice.
I
you
was
were-
nervous
You were my
walking in
rock, dude. You were my
Thank
anchor.
you, brother.
Oh, you
Appreciate
went
that.
with them?
He
Cool.
was
Oh,
there
that's
with
cool.
me, and
Hey.
everybody else is sitting there like, "This is what you need to do. This is you got to do this. You got to do this." Like, don't read the cards. Read it. Like, do
Oh,
this.
dude.
And Matt was just like, "This is crazy how good you are." I was
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
I was like,
That's good
"Fuck
to
yeah,
have-
thanks,
yeah.
dude."
I'm serious. I
He
was
was the
impressed.
one person that was like, "This is crazy."
Well, it was funny too
Yeah.
because I was like, "Do you remember any of that?" You were like, "No." There was like
Oh.
7 people came in, like, look to the camera, look left, read this line, and we're gonna scratch that word. Remember, we took that word out, and I was like, "Do you remember that?"
No, I was just standing there going,
None of it.
Yeah, all right.
That was crazy though.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Just from like a psychological point of view, it's like you're about to go on, and then just to have you rushed with 50 fucking people giving you like minor, tiny critiques. It's like, dude, that's not. Doesn't put
didn't-
someone in a good headspace.
I don't remember one thing of that. Yeah,
I was nervous, like walking into the building. I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
yeah.
Christ.
In the building is scary.
I was
It's
so-
intimidating. I got to go recently to see Pete when he hosted it recently, and it was magical just to be backstage and see how it all works. And like, it was pretty cool.
It is cool when you walk in.
It was
Yeah.
funny, dude. When
Yeah.
I went in, I had a I called Becky and I was like, "Hey, how do I get in here?" She like gave me like she was like directing me. So I'm
Yeah.
like walking around, getting like puppeted by her directions, and I go to this office and I'm like, "I'm here now to go to the dressing room," and they're like, "What?" And I was like, I don't know how this works. I'm like, how do I get down there?" They're like, "Oh well, I guess they'll send somebody up for you," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." So like. Okay, I'll just wait here. They're like, yeah. They looked at me like, wait,
Yeah.
wherever the fuck you want, dude. We don't care. And I was like, right on. So then I just stood there like this, like I probably holding like a bag or something. Like people with clipboards would come up and I'd be like, they would look at me like,
Dude,
and just keep walking by. I'm up. There's my ride. They'd just be like,
I did it the entire time. I was the guy on the show, and I was going around like, I don't know where to go. Where do I go? Help!
it was so fucking funny just watching people walk by with clipboards.
Giving
Like,
him a smile.
just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, you're here for me, obviously. They'd look at me kind of like, what the fuck? And just walk away. I stood there for like 15 minutes just going like,
Yeah, but
It
you
was so
you were
funny.
extremely helpful.
Well, thank you.
Every single other person was giving me fucking insane notes. You were just
Yeah.
like, you're good.
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah, thanks.
It was
I
awesome.
watched these two stoners didn't hate my set. They hated everything about me.
That's not true.
I saw these
filled
two
with
dumbasses on the balcony. I'd look up at them. They were both going,
That's not true. We were smiling from ear to
They
ear.
were worried the equipment was going to fall on them.
I
you
was
guys-
scared
you
that
guys
a
got
light was
too-
gonna
You got
scorch
too
us.
high. You got afraid of the lights.
And we sat next to Questlove. He smelled so good. It was
Questlove
crazy.
smelled good?
It was. We were
You guys were next to him?
overstimulated. Yeah.
I think my theory was right there. He did not laugh
No,
very
he
much.
liked you.
He laughed?
He laughed a
Oh, I
couple
take it
times.
back, Questlove.
Quest laughed.
He smelled like a candle store.
Quest
It was
not
beautiful.
laughing, dude. Quest hate. I looked up and I saw him. I saw him during my monologue not laughing. And I was
That would
like,
kill
God
me.
damn it, Questlove.
Kill me. Come on, Quest.
Quest laughed one. He laughed at the end. I was like, sick.
Yeah, the stoners are too worried. I saw the machinery they were talking about, and I was like, yeah.
That's a scary room to be in if you're high.
It was
Yeah.
a fucking insane
Yeah.
room.
it was funny at the dress where they didn't have your dad. You're like, that's my dad.
Yeah, it was just a random guy.
Oh yeah, dude. I got really stoned one time and went into a police station to like I was getting when my wife was working for the Philly PD. She was like, I got to clean out all my stuff, and I was like, right on. I just like forgot we had to do that, so I ate a weed edible, and I went into the precinct, and I was just like, it was just so many guys with guns, and everyone was so serious, and I was just walking around like, oh fuck, man. I was like, you really should get out of
The
here. This is
vibes-
a fucked
the
up.
vibes are harsh.
The vibe is crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
the vibe is the most harsh vibe.
It is
Philly
the-
PD. Dudes like pointing guns at people all day.
Yeah, dude. And
Getting shot at.
But then they just go sit down and they're just like in a room with guns with just, and a lot of them are like nice dudes, but they don't even know they're stewing in the harshest vibe.
It's the harshest vibe.
It's crazy. It's like, imagine school principal is like the requirement for base level of the vibe.
Yeah, I briefly stewed in the harshest vibe when I was doing child fucking crime investigation. You remember that, dude? So after I got back from, I lived in Spain for a little. I taught English over there. Not a big deal, dude. It was just me being cultured. And I got home and I didn't have a job forever. I thought I could just get a job. I thought getting a job was easy. And then my sister got me a job at Department of Human Services in Pennsylvania. She worked for like the welfare office in PA. So I got the job as like a contractor to investigate child crimes at child facilities. You know what I mean? Like, so if like a guard had to restrain a kid, I would go watch the tapes and be like, all right, that was a good restraint. Like, but it was just, you go to the office every day. You sit in the weirdest, like an office, like
So I'm just
terrible
imagining
lighting,
you-
just you and like ladies.
Whoa.
And then you leave every day to go like drive 2 hours to go to where a kid killed himself. Oh. And then talk to everybody there. That it's all like child rapists.
Jesus.
They're all kids that got raped that became rapists
Damn.
Jesus.
in a facility living together. So all they're doing is it's just fucking, it's chaos.
Did you ever walk to one of the scenes with like headphones and classical music playing?
Yeah,
And
this
just classic detective.
What happened here was a guy who has the equivalency of a mall security. Goldberg speared a kid. I need to watch the tape.
You know,
that's
just going backwards a little bit, you know, cop, where the term cop comes from?
Here we go.
Do you
I know where it actually comes from. The copper badge.
Copper badge.
Nice.
Because
dude.
they just had plain clothes back in the olden. Back
Did they
then,
really? I
And
didn't know
they didn't have outfits, so that's how you could tell a cop was the copper badge.
Damn, they're all plainclothes.
copper.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know why they're called 5.0? Because they had Mustang 5.0s for a while, and the CHP would have the 5.0, and that's the one that'll get you. The high-speed chase was the 5.0, so they're 5.0. That was like a West Coast one, I think, more because California Highway Patrol had Mustang 5.0 cops, and you're like, you don't want to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then they
exciting.
went Dodge. Cops went hard Dodge.
They went-
Big Dodge heads right now.
Well, yeah,
Ford.
normally,
They were
yeah.
Ford Crown Vics for a while,
Yeah.
and now they're big like Dodge Challenger. Sort of
Yeah.
Challenger
Yeah.
versus
Yeah,
Challenger
cool-ass
right now.
Challenger, dude.
Challenger versus Challenger right now. They're fighting fire
It
with
is.
fire.
It is, dude. They're just all driving Challengers.
Just on different sides of the same coin, really.
Yeah, when you think about it.
They are just like cops. A lot of cops are Jeep heads too. Jeep culture, cop culture is pretty synonymous.
God, cop cultures.
It's crazy. I can now, from knowing a lot of cops, I can tell an undercover, or not an undercover, an off-duty police officer. They drive one of like 4 cars. It's like a murdered out pickup truck, which Sean, your father drives. It's a murdered out pickup truck, and then it's just like any car you see, we're like, who the fuck spent that much money at Pep Boys? It's just an off-duty police officer. It's just an off-duty police officer.
The fucking, the Punisher shield on the Punisher skull
Oh,
on
dude,
the
you
back.
see the
Just
Punisher
like,
skull, you already know.
I'm pretty much an Iraqi war veteran.
And you could
I'm
tell
a cop in Mechanicsburg.
and you could tell undercover by their haircut and their shoes. Usually,
I've heard that
they
too.
got the clean cut. You know, whenever I go get a haircut, I always say, "Don't give me the cop lines," because I don't want to look like a cop. No
Yeah.
offense, cops.
For sure. It is hard. You don't want to be called a narc at like a festival. Also, it is like you'll get like dudes at festivals. There's like a 47-year-old white guy being like, "Yo, where can I score some ketamine?"
Yeah.
You're like, dude.
Oh, that was me actually.
You don't look like an undercover cop.
You don't.
I
look
don't
like a
think
cop.
so
You
either.
pull it off.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to play. That'd be fun to play a cop in a movie or something. I
Yeah.
think I could play a cop, but I don't have the essence of a cop. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
you're saying you have the essence of a football coach. I don't think I have cop energy.
Yeah.
You don't.
It's a different vibe. And there's nothing scarier than a dirty cop because they're above the law beyond like a dirty cop.
Yeah.
Scary. Who do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if a dirty cop fucks with you, or like one of my boys, he's been in and out of prison forever, and he was fucking a cop's wife and stole the cop's badge, and he was like showing it off to me. I'm like, dude, you are asking for a
You're
big
going
problem.
to jail forever.
dude.
He'll kill you. Dude.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
kill
that's
you.
what I'm saying. You just don't do that.
Yeah, man.
Don't do that.
Fuck
Sounds
somebody
like a cool
else's
boy
wife.
though.
Yeah, he's my boy.
He
man.
was probably awesome.
He is awesome, and he's I'd go visit him in prison, and it was always so gnarly. I'd visit him. He was in a prison called Wayside, which is near Magic Mountain in California. It's like this gnarly prison, and he would come out like out of the movies, and you talk to him through the thing, and like he's just surrounded by killers, and he just had the craziest prison stories. I'd always ask him like, dude, just tell me, the shit that happened. I guess it's very race related in California. I think Texas is the same. Like, you got to stick with the whites, but he's Jewish, but he is white enough that they wanted him on the white side, but he had a Star of David tattoo on his back, and they covered it because they're like, you got to roll with us, but you can't have that Star of David.
Yeah.
So they covered it. So he was a soldier for the white boys
Oh wow.
as
So,
a
yeah,
Jewish guy.
Yeah, I
pretty
guess
cool.
you don't think about what do the Jews do?
others.
Yeah, they're in the
It's
others.
others. Yeah.
Asian Pacific Islander Jews.
Jews. But yeah, you'd have to just go white because there's a lot of wild ass Jew boys, dude.
Yeah, like I'm half Jew, so I'm like a
There
white
are.
boy.
Loco fucking
There's
Jew
a loco
boys.
ass. I'm telling you, a lot of Jew, like people don't think about it, but yeah, there's the underworld is chock full. like with drug dealing and stuff. A lot of like Jewish dudes rocking out pretty hard.
Yeah, they were like the OG mafias.
Yeah.
You know, what's his name? Who's the guy who rigged the World Series?
Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Skip's not having a good time
Come on,
right
you
now.
guys gotta know this. Lucky
guy-
Luciano and
Bugsy
him.
Siegel.
Not Bugsy Siegel.
I know you're talking about the like OG Jewish mobster.
He was a beast.
Netanyahu.
Yes. Rothstein.
There it is. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that's pretty tight. So what? So your boy was in like he was engulfed in like West Coast prison politics.
Yeah, he was in and out for years. He's been out for a while now, but it was just like I remember I'd go to trial with his family. I'd be sitting there with his dad, like waiting to see how long he was doing counterfeit money, and he was so good at counterfeit money that the feds interviewed him in an interrogation room, and they're like, "We know you're working for some bigger operation. Like, who are you working for?" He's like, "No, I do this myself." And they're like, "No, you don't. How do you do it?" And he showed him how he does it with like literally Kinko's paper and Aquanet. And he makes the best bills, but he got greedy and he would do hundreds instead of doing 20s. So everywhere he goes, they'll hold up the 100 and look. And I'm like, why don't you just make 20s, man? What are you getting greedy? And I'd let him stay at my house. And sometimes I'd come home and I'd see a silhouette on my window of like these, he'd dry them on the window. So I'd see like these hundreds like that he pulled off, and I'd call him. I'd be like, hey, dude, were you at my house like making counterfeit money? He's like, nah, man, I'd never do that. I'm like, dude, I'm looking at the hundreds on my window right now. Do me a favor. Don't do that. And really don't do that at my house.
Damn.
And so that's a serious crime.
They crush
And then
you
he
for
said
that.
the feds, when he proved that he made them himself, he said they stood up and applauded as like a joke, like you're the best.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be so
They
hard
caught him.
not to do if you knew you could just
caught
make
him.
money.
They
Caught him.
I heard the Secret Service investigates that too. I could be wrong. But I
Yeah,
heard
it's
counterfeit
it was a
is very
federal
serious.
thing. It's no joke.
Damn, dude. What a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, fake money is a tight hustle to get into.
Yeah, and then I guess another thing he said that in jail, the amount of time that you get for doing counterfeit and how much money you could make is way less time in prison than someone who moved like an ounce of coke across state lines would get way more time than someone like him who could make $100,000 in counterfeit and he'll do 5 years compared to someone getting 20 for moving an ounce. So it's like, oh, if you do want to do a crime, maybe go that way. You'll less time, money, not dealing with drugs. So I encourage everyone out there to do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do something, yeah, it'd probably be a lot better. It's just funny because he's making them. It's probably so many people getting killed over them too.
So gnarly.
You get found with the fake bills.
Oh,
and
yeah.
People probably getting crushed. He should have just why doesn't he do a little gentleman's version of it? Just like go get like free like groceries. You can go like get
Yeah,
groceries
just
for
get
20s.
groceries.
The 10s and 20s, you could do them all day.
Yeah.
Be cool, but hopefully he's not doing that anymore.
No, he's good now.
How's he doing now?
He's good. He has a kid. He's chilling. He's older. He's he was just living the fast life. I remember one time I went over to his place and he had an ID and he was peeling off the ID and putting a picture of himself in so he could have a fake ID. And so he took a Polaroid of himself and cut it out to put in there. And I realized the Polaroid he took of himself, his shirt was off. So as he like ironed over it, and I'm like, dude, do you notice anything weird about your picture right now? He's like, what? I'm like, you have no shirt on. You think you're in DMV with your shirt on? You fucking sicko. He's like,
Borrow
fuck.
motor vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Guys, are we excited to tell you about these guys? Did you know Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the U.S. with more than 10,000 different kinds of plants and over 2 million happy customers in the United States? You can grow lemon, avocado, olive, or fig trees inside of your home on top of the wide variety of houseplants available. Fast Growing Trees makes it easy to order online, and your plants are shipped directly to your door in 1 to 2 days. And along with their 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee, they offer free plant consultation forever. God damn, I could have used those guys, man.
That's nice.
Yeah, I do not have a green thumb.
I do not have a green thumb.
I need some plant consultants. The experts at Fast Growing Trees curate thousands of plants so you can find the perfect fit for your specific climate, location, and needs. Whether you're looking to add some privacy, shade, or natural beauty to your yard, Fast Growing Trees has in-house experts ready to help you make the right selection with growing and care advice available 24/7. You can talk to a plant expert about your soil type, landscape design, how to take care of your plants, and everything else you need. No green thumb required.
Wow.
Whoa.
They knew it.
They knew it, dude. They fucking know.
No, they're so good.
Right now, they have some of the best deals online, like up to half off on select plans. And listeners to our show get an additional 15% off their first purchase when using the code DRENCHED at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com using code DRENCHED at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com code DRENCHED. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply.
They might apply.
Might. Okay.
Want to know one of my favorite sounds? Here it is. That's the sound I hear when I'm learning a new language with Babbel. And if you want to learn a new language this year, I guarantee it'll be one of your favorite sounds too. Lemaire, sit the fuck down. Okay, he's just lurking, touching shit. God. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks.
Whoa.
You know?
Yeah, I need that.
Babbel's designed by real people for real conversations. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. Request the host to record their interaction with speech recognition technology, and please share as a part of the read. What?
The speech recognition?
Well,
I'm gonna share
you
that.
get it. Please share as part of their read.
Yep. Share that.
Is that about us?
Yeah, when you
I don't
sharing
understand it.
No, I'm sharing it. I think they just want us to be like, whoa, listen to my fucking
Yeah, it just says
shit.
request the host to record their interaction with speech recognition technology, and please share as
I'll
part of their
bring it.
read.
I'll bring it next week, but it did
Yeah.
tell me I sounded exactly like Antonio Banderas.
It knew it.
I said, "Oh my god, you sound exactly."
You
like
do
Antonio
have a
Banderas."
little bit of that.
I'm not bad. I'm decent at Spanish, but I mean, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's your personal endorsement. I agree. I agree. Matt sounds like Antonio Banderas.
Thanks to the speech recognition program for real humans for real conversations.
Antonio Banderas. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is the equivalent of a full semester at college. God, take me back. Can
Yo, really?
you imagine being in college now?
That's pretty tight. If you do Babbel for 15 hours, you get a blowjob
Yep.
from a co-ed.
Yeah, you get a blowjob from a fat co-ed that no one else would fuck. But hey, who cares? Everyone else is getting pussy. You're not. You might as well.
Well, if you pick up another language, you double your chances of getting pussy.
True.
Yo, what do you think about that?
Babbel has over 10 million subscriptions sold. That is not a Babbel endorsement. Babbel does not endorse Matt McCusker. Babbel has over 10 million subscriptions sold. Plus, all of Babbel's 14 language courses are backed by their 20-day money-back guarantee. You gotta love that. All right. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/drenched. Get 55% off at babbel.com/drenched. Spelled BABBEL.com/drenched. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hell yeah. Oh, please also go to mattmccusker.com/dates for stand-up. I'm going to be in Hyenas, Fort Worth, Texas, Chicago Improv, Funny Bone Comedy, Orlando, Florida, Las Vegas, Indianapolis, Philadelphia, and on and on and on. Thank you so much. Please go to mattmccusker.com.
Yes.
Please.
You doing Vegas?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, wise guys.
March 19th, Cap City. April 2nd,
Get in front of the camera if you can do that.
Dini.
Put your face in the camera. Get closer.
March 19th, Lemaire Cap City. Cap City.
Got his ass.
Andy's going to be there. Sean's going to be there. And also, Optimum Noctis, April 2nd. Matt's on it. Casey Rocket Man's going to be there. It's going to be a good time.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah.
Please come to Helium Philly on April 10th if you can. Thank you.
ShaneMGillis.com. Also, check out Quentin Tarantino's 10th and final movie. I have the lead role in it. No, I don't. Yeah, no shirt. ID is sick.
Yeah, that's so sick. That's a holy grail. I always wanted to put tinfoil in my teeth and go to the DMV and just go full grill.
Oh, it hurt.
Yeah, well, you can't bite down. You have to like, hold on a second.
Oh,
Just go-
yeah, tinfoil in the
you
teeth.
just go. Just grill
We got to
out.
hit up Paul Wall, dude.
I know. Get a real grill.
We
Yeah.
got to hit up Paul.
I was telling my wife I want to get like a silver tooth. I feel like I could get one.
I got the diamond.
You got one? Damn, dude.
He's got a diamond
My
tooth.
friend, actually, my friend who I'm talking about, he's the one. We did it together. We went to a dentist in LA, and my friend's brother-in-law was a jeweler, so we went downtown, bought the diamond, took it to our dentist, and the dentist is like, all right, I'm going to drill a hole in your tooth and cement it in, and let's see what happens. And he did that for us, and mine's been in here since 2005, and his fell out, and he swallowed it.
Oh, shit.
So he's shitting diamonds, baby, which is like a cult. There's got to be a joke in there somewhere. He shitted.
Did he wait for the diamond?
I don't
you
remember
gotta
if he
fish it out of
fished
that
it out.
turd.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, but dude,
Speaking of turds,
yeah.
you know how last time we were talking about Bobby cutting his son's shit up? Yeah. So many people have reached out.
That was a big deal, yeah.
I couldn't believe how many people are doing this.
Oh,
Yes.
how many people reached out to be doing it?
That are like, yeah, I did that.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know
I
that.
had multiple people be like, yeah.
I just saw people
That's
saying
normal.
like, that's crazy, that's insane.
It is
that's a
insane,
thing.
but there was just way more people than I thought would reach out. And
What
be
is the
like,
point of doing that?
Bobby Kelly?
That's a good question.
That was my first concern. Bobby Kelly's son drops such large shits.
How old is the kid?
Now you're onto the real problem.
10.
He's 10. He's 10 at this point.
Okay.
Bobby's still going back and cutting up his son's shit.
Is it because it
to
clogs the
flush it.
toilet?
Yes.
Whoa. All right.
Yeah, he's the young Padawan. He could inherit the force. The
Okay.
force. Fuck.
I think I got some competition.
Yeah, so that's, I didn't know
But
so
yeah,
many people.
a lot of people reached out and were like, that's
I've seen one person in my life break up a turd, and it was a janitor at the high school.
hilarious.
And he's like, everyone, I told you about this before, is when this guy I knew took a humongous dump, and it was like tiny balls. It was like corn kernel kind of thing
Yeah.
looking. And it was just, literally, it looked like a small Nerf football. It was insane. And everyone would be like, yo, there's a turd in the bathroom. Go to the bathroom and check it out. So we'd all just be leaving from class. We were making like pilgrimage to this thing.
Yeah.
And then eventually
Hajj.
we were circling it. the janitor came by like all cool, like, I'm about to go break it up. And I was like, you're gonna break it? And he's like, yeah, dude, I
Can't
gotta
break
bust it.
dude.
He was
You
like,
gotta bust this up.
he was looking at
It's too
us.
much of a distraction. Kid, we gotta learn. We can't.
I just
perform
remember
Hajj.
him being like, just another day, bro. Like, this is nothing. We were all just like, bro, it's crazy. You're gonna go. Just we kept calling him St. George because he was gonna fucking slay the
He was
dragon.
gonna slay the dragon.
He's a dragon slayer, yeah.
Do you guys piss on other people's shit in the toilet public?
Yes.
Obviously.
Why do we do that? It's
You
a
gotta
game.
clean the
It's a
bowl.
fun
There's
game.
just-
Yeah,
That's our version of doing that.
true.
Clean
And
it
you'd
up.
think it'd be more effective. Sometimes the turds, they stick.
They will.
You'd think the hot piss would fucking get it.
I like the laser beam. If someone leaves some toilet paper, I like to laser cut the toilet paper
Matt.
if it's floating. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
I had
Oh,
an
that's a good
uncomfortable
one.
recently. I was on a plane, and shitting on the plane is the worst. And this
Do you do it?
If you have to sometimes.
That's what I'm
And
talking about,
this
dude.
was
You're
months
surrounded
ago.
by greatness right now, dude.
I'm so staunchly against shitting on
I
a
shit
plane.
on planes too.
Sometimes you have to. I mean, if you,
I feel like you go out of your way to shit on a plane. I feel like you
I go out of
enjoy
my way to beat off on a plane.
I feel like the second you have to maybe shit, you're like, I'm shitting on this plane. All right.
Well,
I feel like you have full comfortability.
I have no
shitting on it.
compunction, but yeah, if I have
Yes.
to shit, I have to shit.
what does
I'm not gonna.
compunction mean again?
Just means like you're not gonna like a
He's not
compunction
gonna
would
be
like a-
nervous. There's
Yeah.
no problem doing it.
There's nothing. There's no other part of my head being like, don't shit on this plane.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to me was this pretty girl was sitting next to me, and I went to the bathroom to take a shit. I'm in there. You could tell that everybody's like, oh, he's been in there a few minutes. He's taking a shit. You're kind of insecure about the amount of time spent in there. I'm like, they all know I'm taking a shit. And sure enough, as I exit the bathroom, she's waiting to use the bathroom, and it just smelled like the end of the world. And then I had to sit back next to her the whole flight, and
Oh, you sit right
as
next
she
to her.
just smelled my just
You should have been like, did you smell that?
I know. I was trying to think of
Oh,
how
you
to.
had to. Yeah.
That little
know.
girl who was in before me for 2 seconds was
Yeah.
a shit her fucking brains
girl.
out. Yeah, that's rugged, man. Yeah, when a strange woman has to. Even I've done that at like a bar before comedy shows. A lot of the clubs will be like, well, we don't have like a bathroom. It's like the regular bathroom. We have a restaurant next door. You can take a shit. And I'm like, right on. And then you just crush that with like a nervous comedy dump. Then like you're just at a restaurant, so like someone's
Nervous comedy dump.
Oh,
Is that the thing? So
just
is
a
it because
quarter
the nerves
diarrhea.
before a show you have to take a shit? Is that a
Yeah.
thing? Like, but that's in your early years of comedy. You don't get the nerves like that.
No,
Or it
it's
still
still-
happens. Still happens.
Yeah.
I'm give or take. Usually I'm like every time. Lately I've been getting not as many.
It
but-
is not like it used to be.
Yeah, but this
it used to
weekend-
be every single time.
Yeah, this weekend I crushed a
So this is a
Fucking can of
podcast
confetti.
about farting and shitting. Okay,
pretty
got it.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And other stuff. We'll cover. We'll get to
We're
world
going to get
events.
into Emmanuel Macron's
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
possible male wife.
What's going on with first ladies right now?
First ladies are down bad, dude.
First ladies are having a tough time.
Why everyone's just accusing them of having cocks. I don't get it.
It's crazy. Who else? Now this is going to spawn in the news. There's an effect whenever one story gains traction,
Yeah.
and there's going to be just more and more and more. So I'm excited.
They
to
better
you know,
not
the
come
French-
for Dr. Jill.
The French there, and there's some other shit. The French, like I kind of not as surprised, I guess.
Well, Macron, yeah, they're like, origin story as the one they say is the one. They're always like, it's pedophilia. It's like, that's the French theater.
True.
It's the French theater.
You know what you're getting into.
30-year-old woman falling in love with a 16-year-old boy. That's France.
That's
Right.
French theater.
That's
Let
what
the
I'm
French
saying.
be great. That's their thing of being disgusting freak perverts.
Yes,
So it's like,
absolutely.
I'm not against. I hear that and I go, hey, that's France, man.
And isn't the term
This is
pedophilia,
France,
is the
baby.
textual term for pedophilia means like, I thought it was like prepubescent. So it's like a 15, 16-year-old. Is that technically pedophilia or is it
Ephebophile.
before puberty
It's
would
an
be?
ephebophile.
That's a what?
Ephebophile.
What's that?
An ephebophile is it's like a pedophile. Yeah, like you were saying, it's not prepubescent. It's like if you're like in teens, you're an ephebophile.
Okay, but no one ever uses that one. Like when they talk about Epstein Island, when it's like a 17-year-old, they're saying pedophile. Sounds a lot worse. And I'm like, you know what? This has been going on forever. 17-year-old chicks with rich old white dudes. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm
For
saying
sure.
that has happened forever. That's not the biggest crazy story that's happening. Like, yeah, that happens forever.
Yeah, I think they had like I think he was doing pretty much everything. It's probably just a little pedo, a little ephebo.
I think they were
Yeah.
tossing in some pedo.
Yeah, I think he was rocking
Oh,
pretty
was he?
young.
Okay.
He was like
Yeah.
13, 12.
Yeah.
And then obviously he probably, cleanse his palate on some ephebes as well. But
Was that list ever come out? What are we talking
Dude,
about?
they're going to hold it over our heads for the rest of our lives.
Everyone's like, the list is coming. It's coming. And I don't know what to believe anymore.
What I do is I assume everybody's on it
right.
Yeah.
anyone who I go, I don't like your political opinions. I go, there we go.
You
I
must
knew
be
it.
a fucking
I knew
pedophile.
you from somewhere. You must be on that huge pedophile list that's looming over the national
You're either a
imagination.
pedophile or a Nazi. It's one of those.
True.
I
we
can't
might
figure out which one.
go to war. That might be World War III.
That will be
pedophiles versus-
the American Civil War will be pedophiles versus Nazis, and no quarter for prisoners.
It just transfers ladies.
Transfers ladies are gonna be like, go charge. The trans pedophile first ladies are gonna be the fucking commanders of the Civil War, dude. Gentlemen, charge.
They'll have the longest Viking horns. They'll just have hats with giant deer antlers.
Going against fat Nazis. The fat Nazis are gonna be crazy.
Is there fat Nazis? I guess there's American
All
fat
the American
Nazis, but the
Nazis are
German
fat,
ones were all. The German ones were pretty lean. Like you didn't see any fat Nazis.
They were
in
running
them.
a tight program.
There was
Didn't
some,
they? They always had to suck in their
no, they had
stuff.
some big dogs at the top.
Yeah.
I think Hess was a fucking unit.
Was he really?
One of the guys, I think it was Hess. One of the guys was a fucking slob.
Wasn't Hitler
Nazi.
known for having really bad flatulence? Isn't that a thing?
Hitler was, yeah.
He had really bad gas.
My mom told me that when I was farting a lot. She's like, you know who farted a lot? Hitler. And I was like, all right, thanks.
Yeah, didn't he
Goring.
he was on a cocktail of like meth, and he was getting like towards the end, he was just jacked up. You know, you see the footage of him, and he's
Yeah.
just
Oh.
tweaking out on meth. There's an amazing documentary called Hi Hitler,
No, it wasn't.
and it was about his drug use and his doctor
What?
that was with him all the time that everyone hated. He was this annoying doctor, but he gave him his cocktail of meth and opiates, and it got to the point towards the end where he would have to in bed like get shot up just to get out of bed of a cocktail of drugs.
Yeah,
This
he was-
documentary's amazing.
He was-
I haven't been able to find it. I saw it years ago, but it's probably on the internet somewhere. But yeah, Hi Hitler.
Yeah.
About the drugs.
You can see him at the
Damn, that
Olympics,
sounds awesome.
the 36 Olympics. He's sitting
That's
there
when
going
he's
like,
just And they
he's
were
fucked
saying
up.
it was like his.
yeah, he was amped.
Not Parkinson's, or they were saying it was something, but it was really like he was just tweaking.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, they gave all the Nazis meth.
Yeah, I knew they gave
So
the
they
boys-
created it, right? Or was it the Japanese first did it, and then it was these Japanese or Germans? So two of the thirds of the axis of evil were
I'm
creating
not sure.
it.
And I
So
also
you like that I knew what axis of evil was,
That
didn't
was
you?
nice.
And Italy's the third.
That was
I'm
nice.
not that good at history, but I knew that one.
that was good.
Yep.
I don't get. Here's the thing I don't like when they put like he had bad farts on Adolf.
Yeah. What'd you think?
They're always like, yeah, you know, he had fucking herpes and he was gay and he had he farted a lot. It's like, dude, he killed 6 million people. That's the one we should stick with. We don't need to add stuff.
Yeah, true. Well, they're just trying to make him seem as like not as cool as possible too.
Yeah,
he's a
but
huge loser.
bad
He
farts
farted all
on
the
meth,
time.
dude. Going nuts, dude. Chill. You
Are
guys
bad
get-
farts synonymous with meth? You would think that's not.
I would think they would just, it's like you're probably tweaking and just pushing that shit out all day.
True. That's a good point as well.
It's just,
Yeah, that's.
you ever
Oh,
taken
so-
Adderall? That's the same shit. I've done that before, which is
Do you
just
fart
like,
hard on it,
well,
though?
That's yeah.
You take some decent craps.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I guess so. If your nervous system's all ramped up, you're gonna.
Yeah.
So World War II was essentially alcohol versus meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would stay up for 2 or 3 days and not need to eat. They had the advantage.
Alcohol reigns supreme, though. Again,
They won. Yeah.
For, in what
It
sense?
fueled the Roman Empire. It fueled the Allies. I mean, alcohol continues to dominate,
Yeah.
other than the Irish.
Yeah.
But the British are
I mean, the
drunk,
fact
too.
that Ireland's still a country, it didn't.
Yeah,
go-
they're holding on
Yeah, people
strong,
invaded it.
dudes.
I think was there 3 major invasions in Ireland, and then the British too.
Yeah, they had the Vikings,
Yeah, the
They had a
Vikes,
lot.
Germanics, maybe I forget, but and the Brits.
the Saxons, but that was into
Nah, it's kind of
whatever.
yeah.
I just saw something. It was like the Vikings were on drugs when they would, hoard and rape and pillage, and they're on psychedelics. There's all these theories about
That's-
like when you
that's
hunt, you would
become-
take the mushrooms to,
Berserker. Yeah,
yeah.
That's
like to-
become a very common theme lately with history, and I don't understand why.
I mean, I guess it's
Everyone-
how do you
well-
prove that? I don't know if it's true, but it makes sense that you could use some psychedelics to help you with your hunting or whatever.
Or you
just to
could
ta-
be born in the fucking woods and live in the woods your whole life,
That's
and then
true.
be
Yeah.
a fucking retarded guy, and somebody hands you an axe.
Well, it
Yeah.
would have been like back then. That would have been like taking mushrooms and going to a sports game. Like back then, like murdering and raping and pillage was like no one would have been like, yeah, this is fucked. People
Yeah.
were probably like, fuck.
I wonder how much knowledge they had over that shit
the what?
and ability to get a lot of it to give to people.
Oh,
Like-
like grow the mushrooms.
Yeah,
They're probably just wild. I think they just.
Yeah, they find them in the cow shit. Imagine being a hot.
true.
Imagine how
No,
hard it
you
must
find
have
them in
been to be the hot Viking girl in a village, and how much she's just like, I'm getting raped a lot. Like be super hot. Like I feel like were women as hot back then, or are they getting hotter? Because I feel like women are
Getting
getting hotter.
They're getting
not by
hotter.
getting their face done or whatever,
They're
but
getting
like
hotter, but dudes were horny.
there
back
must have
then.
been like a really hot girl in like the mountains of. Wait, I missed that one. What'd you say?
Oh, we were pointing. I was saying girls have definitely gotten hotter, but dudes were hornier back then, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of relative.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Because rape was not illegal until not that long ago, right?
I think rape.
I
Is pretty
think
illegal.
it was frowned upon. It was probably. I mean, the biblical times they were kind of like.
Yeah, they'll
bro.
kill you.
Yeah, but it was like you could go to enemy territory and kind of like.
Right.
That's when it's
Yeah, the Vikes
That's
couldn't
when it's
like.
like expected.
Yeah, the Vikes couldn't like microdose at home and go like just like
Right.
rape everybody in their village. Everyone like, bro, what the fuck?
What does it mean to pillage?
Dude, I'm
Is it-
so high.
what does it mean to pillage? Is that like rummage through the shit
Taking
after you
stuff.
rape them?
Yeah, taking their stuff.
Taking
yeah.
their
Taking their
shit.
loot and booty.
Yeah,
I'd
I
like
had
to
a
pillage.
history. I had a history
yeah.
professor that
Pillaging
said,
would be sick.
booty all the time.
Did he really?
Yeah, we would talk anytime we were talking about war. He'd be like, and then of course they gathered all the booty.
What is
I was
what
just
like pirate
That's
booty? Is that
crazy.
what that is? Like
Yeah,
what is
just-
that? What is booty?
Just
again?
shit. It's just stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
You ever thought about guarding your booty? Do you have any booty here?
I don't have that much booty. Oh, I have my precious sword.
I saw that, dude.
Take that out. You're
I
gonna want.
didn't
You're gonna
look.
want to get a gander at
I
that.
didn't
Have you
wanna
seen
touch
this
it.
thing yet?
No.
It's my West
you know,
Point.
sword's an acronym, right?
This is how I always open source. I don't know about you guys. I go a little bit, and I go.
Take a look at that, dude. It's very dull, dude. It's a show blade.
Yo, that's nice, man.
It's a parade blade. Yes.
Oh God.
Look at the handle, dude. It's pretty
I
sick.
was in here admiring it, but that's my manners. I was like, I'm not gonna touch it.
That's duty honor country, bro.
That's fucking nasty.
Is that like a replica remake or is that a real relic?
I don't know. There's some gentleman from the West Point gave me that. They honored my service.
Damn, that's awesome, dude.
I honor your service too. Thank you for your service.
No problem,
appreciate
man.
that.
It was really hard.
Probably was difficult.
Is there
Yeah.
East Point?
Probably.
Yeah, where the
East
fuck is
Point. Smoke some dank.
That thing was sick. I was in here admiring it, and I was about to. I was
You
like,
should have.
hold
dude.
on.
I appreciate
The
your,
house
your
is sword?
prudence.
My prudence. The house is sword. I went, no. Dude,
I'm just morphing into James at this point. I got a little bit of money. It's time to buy swords and Fusion Frenzy.
you gotta start hitting the Instagrams. You're just in a dark room, like, dude. His Instagrams are for real the best.
Have you ever had a friend come over and he won't stop farting on your couch, but it is funny. So I'm wondering in the comments if you think what I should do here.
Oh my God. Yeah, he is the motherfucking
He rocks.
main dude.
James rocks.
Oh man, what a beast.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the fence with
just
him.
by based on your impression, are you talking about the dude from Love on the Spectrum?
Yes.
Dude, good impression.
Thanks, man.
And I just recently found the girl who's I found her Instagram, followed her yesterday. I can't remember her name. She's like the cute one that went to Africa on the safari.
Danny.
Oh, she is awesome,
so
dude.
lovely.
And her mom posts her.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's not really like exploitative. Is that the word?
No.
Yeah.
Is that
You're
the
right.
right pronunciation? But it's amazing because it's like her mom's like, oh, look how cute what she says.
It's great.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I told you when I came over here last time I stayed with you, I don't think a show has ever moved. No movie could move me as much as any episode of Love on the Spectrum. Like, I'll cry.
I'll cry every time, dude.
You told me you. Okay,
I cry
talk about
every
it.
time.
You cried. Like you
Yeah.
can't. If you, it is the most touching, moving, beautiful
It
thing. Like
is.
when they hold the hand. Can I hold your hand? Like, dude.
Yeah, and
Dude,
when the
it's so
parents see
beautiful.
it too, it's like when the parents
The
like, we're
parents-
just happy you found someone. It's like,
Danny's mom gets me every fucking time.
Which one? Which one?
The one you were talking about.
Oh,
the lady that's posting that stuff.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
I forget her name.
Yeah.
The girl's name is Danny.
Yeah, yeah.
And yes, the mom. The first episode they were in, like, they went out. They like went outside and were like, "Would you like to go on a date?" Or like, "Can we be boyfriend and girlfriend?" They came back inside and told her. And then the mom was like, "Oh, that's great." And then it cut to just the mom talking to the camera and crying.
Yeah, that's right. I
It
saw
was
that.
like, oh,
or when
fuck.
they're in Africa overlooking the safari and they're like behind them,
Yeah.
like choked up. It's just like, oh, dude.
Why do you think they fuck with medieval times so hard? Because I fuck with medieval times myself, but I'm wondering like
Because that's where the inbred started that long ago. It's like deep DNA.
It's because they know what's good, dude.
they do. I
They
think
know
do.
exactly what's good.
Medieval times is
Transformers, medieval shit,
yeah, for sure.
lions,
All cartoons.
Wrestling.
wrestling.
The new
They
Mario
know
Brothers
what's
movie.
good.
The new Mario Brothers movie.
It's gonna be off the charts. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they fuck with medieval times so hard, and it's like I always wondered if it was just more of like a
James got outshined on the last one.
how?
There's a new swordsman.
What?
There's another guy with Connor has a nasty sword collection.
What?
Yeah. I forgot how good. I went back and watched the Australian one with fucking
Michael.
Michael's obviously Michael's goated, dude. He's
Yeah,
on the Mount
obviously,
Rushmore.
he
He's
is.
on the Rushmore.
He's on the Rushmore.
But,
Mr. A plus.
what's his name? Kelvin, the Asian kid.
Yeah, he was so nice.
It's like, do you want hugs and kisses? Yes, please. Yes, I want hugs and kisses.
He's the one who went on a date and they busted out like Nintendo DSs
Yes.
and fucking ripped.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
He's like, no, I don't. I'm waiting patiently. I'm not playing that shit. He's the one who he has the camera in his room and he starts showing all his. He draws anime girls and
Yeah.
shit. And it got to one that was like it was just zoomed in on the tits that he drew.
That was his bae.
And the camera's next to him and he's like,
He's like chill.
they're like, do you want us to leave now? He's like, yes.
Well, that's becoming more like common now. There's more autism is spiking.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just not Mother Nature being like, let's do a little reset on humanity because they are angels, dude.
They are.
Although
angels.
they can go evil,
They can go rogue.
they can go very.
It's time to break the sword collection out at the bowling alley. It's time to fucking.
They supposed to live in a sick world though.
Has there ever been like a serial killer who's mentally challenged? What's the right
I
way to
think
say
probably
it?
all.
For
of them.
sure, yeah.
There had to be one. I
think,
bet back in the day, just murdering and
I don't know about serial, definitely killer. Maybe not.
Yeah,
don't
I
know
think
if
they would solve the crime pretty quickly. They'd be like, I know who did it. It's the
just a guy
the
panting
guy.
in a field. Yeah, maybe not serial, but I mean, an autist for sure could go on a nice run.
I think most of them are probably autistic.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Most of them have personality disorders. This says.
Yeah.
but it doesn't-
Cunanan might be the goat, dude.
Cunanan is
Gay serial killer.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
he's
was
like
pretty.
a-
That was pretty awesome.
Did you see that show?
I remember when it happened, like in real time. That was like in the '90s in Miami. I remember when that shit was going down,
shit.
and they like chased him down. He was in the boat and everything, and he popped Versace on the steps of the house, right? And
Yeah.
Andrew Cunanan, and the rapper refers to him
Shine.
Shine.
Yeah.
He talks about Cunanan?
Andrew Cunanan, and he flipped some bar about Andrew Cunanan.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
That was
awesome.
a hot bar.
Is it Bad Boys?
I can't remember.
Shine. I forget.
We listened to it in your car. But remember you skipped it. I'm like, go back
Andrew
to Shine.
Cunanan
I was like, don't
ass.
skip Shine. We
Yeah,
had to go
true.
back.
Shine rules.
Shine became a Jewish, you know this in real life. He went to Israel and like after the Puffy thing with the gun and all this shit, and now he is fully
So
in
now he's
Israel at the
Stein.
Wailing Wall with the whole thing. He's become like a devout, Jewish like religious
Is
guy.
he really?
Oh yeah,
Like
you can look it up on
Orthodox?
the internet. He's like fully in Israel with the beanie and the not the Pegasus. I don't think he could grow the thing, but he's like at the wall, at the Wailing Wall, and it's just like he must have done something bad to find religion that much and go that way. Like he must
Yeah,
have killed
especially
the
to find
Prison
Judaism.
Yeah, prison Judaism's crazy. So I can see going and finding.
Well, that was another thing. When I visited my friend in prison, I remember seeing this black dude with the Star of David. I brought my boy Burger King or McDonald's. He was at a fire camp for a while, and I brought him McDonald's, and I had to walk through this outdoor courtyard. And when I had that McDonald's in my hand, everyone looked at me, all these killers and fucking prisoners, like I had
Dude,
McDonald's.
it's like when you get to leave during school and you come back with McDonald's for lunch.
yeah.
That never leaves.
Dude, I had McDonald's
You could
through
be
the
in
yard.
prison. Oh.
And I remember I had green pants on, and the warden was like, "You can't come in here with those pants because they look close to the pants of the prisoners because
Yeah,
they
they're
thought
gonna
I'd be
get
doing
you.
a swap." So I'm like, I don't have, and I had to go back to my car and put on these like basketball shorts just to enter to bring the McDonald's. And it was just like imagine being in jail and getting McDonald's.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a good friend.
That is.
Yeah,
really
It was like
that's
a 3-hour
nice.
drive.
That's
I
awesome.
forgot about the fire fucking
Fire camp. Those
Oh.
they send you in first. It was like a program you could
California,
do when
dude.
you to
What is a
get.
fire camp?
You have to fight fucking wildfires.
They send you in first as
They
a
send
disposable
prisoners.
here,
Yeah,
kind of
they
like in
send
Russia. What they're
prisoners.
doing when they send the prisoners in first
Yeah,
in
it's
the
pretty cool.
war, kind of like that with fire. Like they send
Whoa.
them in for they're more disposable. But you want to go to fire camp because you get out of the.
I would
you
do-
have
yeah.
outdoors kind of prison.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Fire camp would be sick, actually.
Yeah.
If you're bored out of your mind, I would be like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is scary if that
That'd be the
thing's
scariest shit
you
ever.
start losing the firefight.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I just murder the guy next to me and be like, take me back to jail.
I did a survival thing recently, a 1-day survival crash course where you have to build a primitive shelter, make drinking water out of a stream, and start fire. And me and this dude together did it like with friction fire with sticks. Took about 4 hours. Me and this guy had to do it together. Forearms, so tired. But when you start that fire and the tinder goes and you create fire, maybe the best feeling you could ever imagine.
That's
To
awesome.
create fire. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So what was the shelter?
You just had to make like this little thing and then they have to approve it. And you basically just make like a little TP type thing out of like brushes and sticks. And then you have to get water and boil.
You
have
guys
to heat
saw a
up these
friction fire in the tent?
No, that'd be dope though. Imagine me farting in that tent for 20 minutes.
You could have
the big
fueled
bad
it,
wolf.
dude.
Oh, that's true.
You could have hit 20-second fucking fart into
No,
it.
I would have been like a resourceful person in the
Yeah,
old days.
yeah.
That would have been
They
like
would
my
have needed
survival
you.
thing. That we need this guy, yeah. And then I also just learned in prison. My boy told me this. Sorry to keep harping on this.
No, it's
He
great.
said if you fart, you'll get your ass beat in prison. So you have to fart on the toilet and flush it immediately. And if you don't, not kidding. If you
probably
don't,
the
you're getting
funniest
your
farts.
ass beat. You're getting your ass beat if
Yeah.
you just fart. Do you think a murderer and a cellmate says good morning, like good morning
might.
or good night?
That
I don't
would
think
be
they do that. I
that'd
don't
be
Put
so
women on that
scary.
program,
yeah,
though.
that would be so like good morning. How do you say it? Yeah, good morning.
I mean, a good night from a murderer in prison. Would
Good
fucking
night. Oh, that's even
suck,
scarier.
Dude.
Yeah,
Good night. You'd be like, nope.
Especially you'd be like,
Nope, I'm up.
good night.
And you'd be like, fuck.
Just fascinated with jail because I would not. I don't know what would be my survival thing. I'd have to be like a court jester and be like maybe make them laugh to beat,
The
but
farts.
then you might offend somebody and
Yeah.
that'd be. I don't think I'd bring the muscle. I'd have to bring something.
You gotta
to-
hit the books, become a jailhouse lawyer.
Yeah,
That'd be the move.
yeah. Just fully go spiritual and learn and become like a
That's
monk.
not bad too, yeah. Yeah, I like to fantasize that I'd be actually. I mean, I don't
You'd be a
like the
shot
food
caller.
part. Nah, not that at
You
all.
become a, you get it.
I think I'd be
swab.
more like stowaway monk, where they'd be like, I don't know about that guy. And I would try to go like, I would definitely go white boy crazy.
You could
for
mentor
sure.
a youngster though. Eventually,
For
you
sure.
get old, become a bookworm.
That would be
The
nice.
youngster comes in,
reading
you
and
go,
working out. I would like that part
Yeah,
of it.
push-ups,
Food,
reading.
Yeah,
Maybe
getting
pretend
shredded.
you're gay and then just bite a dude's dick off, and they'll be like, "You don't know, fuck with this dude."
True,
You know?
yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, guys,
For
That's
sure.
that's my plan.
guys have to go for the bite the dick a lot. There's probably some harsh punishments.
What else
for
would
that.
you do? Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
if
you
you'd
might have
probably
to
get
suck.
kicked to death. Pretty
Yeah,
hard.
I think if you bite the dick, they.
John Wayne
probably like a
Bobbitt, remember
code.
that? John Wayne
Yeah,
Bobbitt. My stepdad, who I told you about, who drank the mirror beer. He did. He was like a radio personality in San Francisco, like a local kind of DJ on the radio, and he did stand up one night, and it was during the John Wayne Bobbitt time, and he says, John Wayne Bobbitt, he's just nuts.
It's funny. That's hilarious. that's actually really good.
Yeah,
Kind of amazing.
I remember being young, obviously, when that happened, and like it was just a joke. Everybody made that joke.
And then they sewed
Not
his dick
that
back
particular
on.
joke, but just like that guy doesn't have a dick anymore.
I know.
They sewed it back
Everyone
on.
just
though.
laughed at
They
him.
did
I
sew
think
it
they
back
sewed
on.
it back on.
Good for him. I heard
Yeah.
it was huge too.
Really?
Must have been if they found
They
it.
found it exactly.
Finding it on the side of the roads.
They found it on the side of the road.
Yeah.
But it,
Crazy.
was it hard? It couldn't have been hard anymore. So it was a soft little. little
cut
big
off a boner, does it turn flaccid?
Yeah, it's a good question. Does it stay like almost rigor mortis where it stays?
You think all the blood would rush out?
Rush out and turn into your flaccid bird.
It would turn into the just skin.
You guys wake up with wood ever still?
Yeah.
Me too.
You guys know a
Exciting.
penis is technically like a blood sponge. So like blood goes into it, it gets engorged. So it would stay engorged unless it's like squeezed.
You can
So
squeeze
you
mine.
just have to watch if someone cuts your penis off, you don't want someone coming around just fucking gripping it up.
No.
Jerk this thing. With the prison survival, would it be nice to, instead of biting the dick, just get like real nice at giving dome?
Yeah.
But still keep it 100.
Becoming the throat
Still keep
goat.
it 100. Would you be
just
like
sloppy toppy, just
thugging?
be
But
known
you'd still
as,
be thugging. You'd be like foot up against the wall with your boys and be like, oh, I got you. Just fucking
Yeah.
come through and just like,
You gotta get you gotta become
yeah.
all right, yo, catch you later, bro.
you gotta become the throat goat so you never get fucked. You make them pop before they fuck you.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But you could still keep your masculine, tough prison energy. Be like, all right, bro, I'll catch you later, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, one love. I bet one love. Come here.
Did your friend have to? Did you ever watch Wes Watson?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I had a podcast for a while. I had him on as a guest. Him and Charlie Sheen were my two highest ratings. Hundreds of thousands of views. You can look it up on YouTube. I had a show called Nervous Rex, and I had him on because I found him, and I was like, and I ended up hanging out with him because he was on I had him on the pod. He
had the
came up
big
from
homie
San
on.
Diego. He came up and did the pod, and he was just explaining. Because I'm fascinated with the prison stuff, and he was explaining all the politics and all this stuff, and so I had him on the pod, and remember I took him to lunch to Erewhon, which is like the bougiest like health food spot in LA, and I'm sitting with him in the car with Wes Watson, and I take him to get like an organic lunch, and I would go at one point I'm like, what am I doing? Like this dude is gnarly, but he ended up being the homie, and we stayed in touch, and like I still hit him up once in a while.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
The big homie Wes.
I'll get him on your pod if you want him.
Dude, I would love it. I've watched so much of his
Matt's
shit.
been on Watson for day one.
His
dude.
videos, way back when he started doing like the walk in the yard. Dude, he's my favorite dude. He makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah,
he
he
see
works
the guy
out-
went on No Jumper and said that he hit him up. There's a guy on No Jumper that has a trans girlfriend. And then he hit up Wes.
Oh,
was
I
like-
saw that guy
and
that's like,
Wes-
it's not
he-
gay.
He said that he's not gay.
Yeah.
But he hit up Wes and he went on the thing like, he just called me gay. It's so funny, dude. Well, it is funny because he's been in prison for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
So he's hit him up and he was like, yo, you're fucking gay. Shut up.
What's funny is that he was really into snowboarding when he was younger. and
Yeah,
my
he was
boy was a pro
competitive.
snowboarder, and he was like, he saw that I posted my friend Nate Bozung. He's like this legendary snowboarder. And Wes was like, dude, like he was starstruck by my boy. He's like, I rode with him before. That dude's a legend. And it was funny, like picturing him as a young snowboarder. He was really good. He was like semi-pro or pro snowboarder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he was nice. It'd be funny if he was still that jacked.
I
and he
know.
was just fucking
Jack snowboarding. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck you. Fuck. So much fucking air.
But yeah, he's the man, dude. He's have you followed him still? His like
Yeah, I
arc
still
now
follow him.
he's on where he's just like
I watched
so
the whole
rich
thing
now.
blow up. I was like the first one to find him. And
Oh, it's awesome.
I don't know how I found him, just in my algorithm of looking at prison shit or whatever. And I just hit him up, and he was down. He drove up from San Diego and had him on the pod. It was a cool conversation. He was like breaking down. I'm just fascinated with that shit, man. It's just so not me that I'm just like, yo,
Yeah, it's
is
scary.
It's scary shit. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you have to do all you have to become like get into like the white gang politics and all that stuff, because that's got to be tough. Especially now, having to do now, like if you did like all this work on yourself, you became like super lib, and then all of a sudden you go to like California prison, you're like, oh damn it,
Yeah.
I have to start from scratch and be a
Super
white
live.
supremacist.
Damn. Back to the fucking home base, dude. I worked so hard.
Yeah, because some states
Back
aren't
to
as
the
race.
base.
Some states aren't as race related, but I guess California and maybe Texas are. Maybe I shouldn't speak on that about Texas, but I think that they're very race. Like you go with your race, and it's really like that in California. And my boy told me you can't even bump potatoes with the black dude, which means like give a pound. Like you can't even do that there because
That's a
then
crazy way to
bump
say
potatoes.
pound.
because
So you
that's
can't even do that.
hanging with the others.
Yeah. Damn. It was nice for him because then he got out and was just like, look, I don't have to Because people try to spaz on him for it, and he was just like, "Dude, if you went to prison, you'd have to do the same. You'd have to do
Yeah.
88 burpees." And it is. I've been working out a lot. It is tempting to rip 88 burpees. It has nothing to do
Yeah,
with Aryan
it's just a
Brotherhood.
good number.
It just would be fun to be like, okay, cool.
What is that? Hail Hitler 88?
Yeah,
Is
well,
that the
that's,
eighth
he would
letter?
say they'd all do like 88 burpees and 20. You know, it was all like at 23 white or whatever. But it is just like it's like a fun thing to keep in your head. Like it's a fun
Yeah.
goal.
It's a fun goal.
Race politics aside.
I wonder where the term burpees come. What's the origin of that word? Burpees. What is
I don't
it?
know. That's a good
Is it
question.
was it military first or is it prison thing? Probably military.
That's a good question. Can we get a? I'd like to know.
It's
that
actually
too.
an acronym for. I'm sorry.
Dude,
actually
your,
might
your
be.
acronym check
Maybe
before
it
the podcast was pretty nice.
Yeah.
That is a very fun thing to do.
It is fun.
I
What
bet
is
it
where does
is.
burpees come from?
It's the name of the guy who invented it. He was a physiologist from New York City in the 30s, and he invented the burpee
He invented burpees.
as a part of his fitness test.
What?
A fun
They're
fact.
hard, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they are.
hard as
That's no
fuck,
joke, dude. And the form, you got to get the form right. There's like you do
You
them
don't
wrong.
jump when you come up. That's weirdo shit. That's
The what?
according to Wes Watts. That's big homie.
Really?
The
Wes.
jump up top.
We don't jump up top. That's weirdo shit.
All right, good. I'm glad to get rid of that. I'm all right getting rid of that.
Yeah, that's weirdo shit, dude. You can't do the jump up top. I do the jump up top.
The jump up top's tough,
The
dude.
jump up top's crazy. But now I know it's weirdo shit. I don't do it anymore. Damn, that's fucking sick. You're chilling with the big homie.
Yeah.
He is the man, dude. He is a fascinating character.
That's the thing about Simon. Every time I hang out, you've done so much shit.
You have a pretty crazy life.
Like last night, pause, the song My Dick.
Yeah.
I was going to just say last night, My Dick.
It's funny because you get a lot of trouble saying that. I remember when for people watching or listening, our big song when I was doing my music stuff was called My Dick, and it was our biggest party song. And I remember we got signed to this with Interscope Records, and there was this executive, and like the song was like a demo, and he was like, "All right, but the song's good, but it needs some work. There's a few holes in my dick." So people always say like you got to be careful.
Like last
how
night,
he's
my
like there's a
dick.
few holes. He wanted to fix the mix on it was
Yeah.
bad and all these things, but it just sounded so funny. But yeah, that's the anthem, man. And then I showed you the one from the war, the 1980 with the soldiers.
That was
shit's
cool.
crazy.
Yeah, a bunch of guys. Was that Afghanistan?
I think it must have been because it must have been like 2008. So yeah,
Yeah.
Afghanistan 2007, something like that. And all these soldiers made a video. It's on YouTube. If you just type in 1980 Dirt Nasty, maybe U.S. military, whatever, will pop up. And it's the soldiers made a music video like in their downtime, in tanks, fully
Yeah.
fatigues, doing like funny things. And they're doing my song. And it was
Oh, that's
just like,
awesome.
and I remember I was working at Happy Madison at the time, and Sandler loved it. He was just so pumped. He's like, that's the best compliment you could get. He was like, proud American. They motherfuckers got your shit out there. You should be stoked.
That's awesome.
That is pretty tight. So what instrument? Do you play instruments? You're just singing and
I have an MPC, which is it's a drum machine. So I don't know how to
Really?
play any
I saw you break
instruments.
it out on a plane.
That's
fucking
right. I
that's
busted it on the
hilarious,
plane
dude.
when we first kind of started hanging
I
out.
sat
We,
next
so
to
we
him
met
on
on
a flight.
Bupkis.
And
We
that's
met on
tight.
Bupkis. And we were actually on a flight to Austin before
Yeah.
we moved here for South by Southwest. And we were sitting next to each other, and you had your little Nintendo. You were playing a game on Nintendo, and
Yeah.
I busted out my
Well, I
big
was waiting
MPC,
patiently.
and I'm making beats because it's just like hunting and pecking. It's like almost like if you're typing, you're just like. "Duh, duh, duh." So it's really I don't know how to play an instrument, but I listened to enough rap as a kid to emulate a beat. So I made that song My Dick in 5 minutes. It went platinum. I have a platinum plaque on my wall. 1 million sold, and I made the beat in 5 minutes. And then of course it's like a metaphor for life. Like if you're okay, at 8 o'clock Saturday, we're gonna go in and make a hit, and you overthink it. No, you're not. It happened because it was just like a happy accident. Like I just made a beat. My boy actually, Andre Legacy, he's like, "Oh, I got an idea for a song. It's called My Dick." And I was like, "Let me guess what it's about." He's like, No, it'll be like my dick, yo dick, like it. And I was like, "That's a horrible idea." So I was like, "Let me just make a beat to shut you up." So I just made a beat to shut him up, and that was our biggest song of all time.
that's crazy.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I want to play
Yeah,
it.
it was on Harold and Kumar. It's been on like American Dad. That's where you make the money. What I learned in the music industry is if you make a song, you produce it, you get 50% of the royalties right out of the gate as the producer of the song.
Really?
Then I'm rapping on it too, so you get a third. It was 3 of us, so I get a third. So I made like 66 cents on any dollar that was made on that song. So if it got licensed by American Dad, I got a nice little paycheck for a 5-minute song. I was like, this is how you make money because no one really buys music that much anymore.
Yeah.
You got to go on the road and sell merch. I imagine it's kind of, you guys probably have the same with
Yeah.
merch. That's where you clean up. But yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah, my brother was saying he knew somebody like through someone he knew who just makes like the music for like between scenes in football games and shit, and he makes a ton of fucking money.
Yeah, that's
just
where
weird,
it's at.
just weird like all one-off things for like TV shows. And he's like, that's all he does.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
but yeah, that's how me and Shay met. We did Bupkis, and
We had met briefly before that.
did we where?
At the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, we did.
I remember that. Yeah.
My bad.
But no. We didn't really hang out.
I love going to the Cellar, man. Yes, that's the best spot.
It is.
I'm a comedy nerd. I go to the store all the time. Me and Jeff Ross went the other night and because at the Cellar or the store on any given night, you will just get the best live entertainment back to back to back to back. It's it's fucking magical. I feel like it's so cool to see stand up being so big right now too. It's like you guys are just crushing. I love it. It's awesome.
Big.
It's like bigger than
Might
ever.
be too big. In my opinion.
Because people want live shit now.
The
but-
mothership's nice now. It's
Yeah.
right there with those. And
It's
these
so
two are
nice.
the heir apparent to the mothership. I mean, these guys, Gardini and Lemaire, they can't
Yeah.
get enough.
They're there all the time.
It's rock star lifestyle every fucking
know.
day.
That green room's dangerous though. The smelling salts.
So these guys,
Yeah, that shit's
Dude,
crazy.
the smelling salts we did, dude. Whoo.
you guys
They
run
are.
Austin.
They're rock
They
star
run
lifestyle.
Austin.
They're elite Austin.
You guys are Uday and Kusa. These are my fucking nasty little sons.
Drinking, carrying on,
Drinking and carrying on, fighting, slapping
kissing.
people,
You're
pushing, kissing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild what you guys have done.
We were doing some wrestling chops the other night.
Yeah, of course.
the-
You guys
yeah.
are hitting. You guys are roughhousing
It
all
was
the time.
awesome. It was
It
a
is.
good
It's
time,
like
dude.
ancient Greece. Isn't there wrestling, drinking wine, kissing?
Sack of wines.
Matter of fact, it was that trip that was open. It was like the soft opening of the mothership. Chappelle did a set.
Yes.
That was that weekend. It had just opened, but it wasn't like officially open. It was like the first time it had
a year
opened
ago.
doors.
It was 1 year ago.
Wow.
That was only. That's
Yeah, I
It
was
was
there. I got
literally
to
1
be
year
there.
ago. Yeah.
I felt like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, this is legendary. I'm in the green room
I got
first
to bomb
weekend.
on the Little Boy. I was the first comic to go in the
you
small
explain.
room.
That's so fucking funny.
And I got to open for Chappelle, and I just took one right on the fucking chin in front of everybody to christen the room.
you broke the whole room in.
Yeah, just bombed.
No. That room's fucked up though, because you think you're like 150 people. I'm gonna smash.
Yeah, I'm
here.
about to slaughter.
The first couple times in there, it's just
I'm
bad. I
gonna
did
do so
terrible.
well.
I did so bad the first month I was in there.
That's
Consistently.
the room that's not the balcony room.
Yeah.
That's the other
Small
one.
I like that room.
Now it's fun. Now I like it, but it's weird. That must have been real pressure. If I knew anyone was watching me, I'd be like,
Yeah, they're like, this is it. This is the first show on this stage.
Dave Chappelle's watching
And
you.
it's like, it's just you and Dave Chappelle, just open.
Yeah, that'll get you nervous. That'll get my hiney hole puckered up.
Yep. It was puckered.
It was puckered.
And it was just like comedians and Chappelle and his group.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of cool people in the room to bomb in front of.
Yeah, it's the worst. I think I might be hitting a point though in my adult life where I'm like, whatever like physical material is producing anxiety, I don't think I can make it as much anymore. Like I
Yeah.
can't afford to stress over certain things. Like I just can't. So I think it might just be like a light psychotic break.
What do you mean?
Because I was like, I'll like stress, like if I'm like, oh, I'm here at the show or like someone's watching, I'll get kind of like, ugh. And like my brain just did a thing where it's like, I just can't afford to be stressing out this hard anymore.
That's nice.
Where I can just be like, I'm just going to try it. I've been trying to get more into the spirit of erotic play. Of
That
just
makes sense.
Not so much where it's work, it's just play. I'm telling you, I think it's the key.
Erotic play.
Just play in general. Yeah, just not like sexual, but like an erotic element is what you're doing.
Neurotic or erotic?
Erotic. I'm trying to take it with the neurotic away with the erotic.
Very sexual.
Yeah.
Sexual play.
Just trying to recapture childhood innocence, really, rather than all this business and all this.
Yeah,
fucking
that's what happens.
personality.
That's what it loses the fun when it becomes work sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You gotta play.
I need to play. That's all I've been saying.
It's just started going out there and be like, "Hello, Chicago."
You know I hit the tee-hee-hees.
Did you really?
Yeah, I always do. I was up there going,
No. Hi guys.
It's around there. I'm doing that,
Nice.
roughly.
You're going out there going.
Yeah, I get a lot of that. I go, wow, what a great audience.
Yeah, true.
Wow. Wow, you guys are so awesome. Wow.
I remember back in the day, I used to go to the Cellar in the 90s and I'd see Chappelle and Bill Burr performing in front of 12 people at 1 a.m. And I remember like they hadn't blown up yet. This is like before the Chappelle show even. And I remember Chappelle, this is like back in the days before Uber and everything, where they wouldn't pick up a black guy in a cab. It was like racist cab drivers. So Chappelle would be like, hey, Simon, go hail a cab. And I'd hail the cab and then he'd get in.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was on tour with,
old
I was
switcheroo.
hanging out with Jeff Ross and Chappelle in
An
Paris.
angry
but-
African driver.
Yeah, but I just thought that's so awesome that I was like the white guy to hail the cab. And then, I was recently, Jeff Ross opened for Chappelle for like 5 shows in Paris, and I was out there working, and I got to go hang with them and was hanging with Chappelle and reminded him of that. He had no memory of that whatsoever. But I was like, dude, it was pretty awesome.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is funny. Be like, remember that? Be like, no.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I've stopped also saying nice to meet you because I a lot of times will say
Dude.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It's a big topic. You have to say nice to see you because at least then they say, oh, we haven't met, but then they know if you're full of shit. So that's a big problem for me because we can't remember this many fucking people. It's too much.
I've always been bad with people's names and faces, and I always go, oh, nice to meet you. And they're like, oh, we actually met. I'm like, I feel so
yeah.
I
bad.
just did that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time we met, but
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think I just go delighted. I'm like, delighted.
oh, the
I'm
pleasure.
so delighted. Oh, and I kiss all the way up their arm. Like, I'm so delighted to see you. What a pleasure.
You're so sweet.
Maybe you could just say, hey, nice to see you. Or what's the safe way to do it? Nice to, not again. Nice to see.
I just go, the pleasure is all mine. And then I kiss them.
The pleasure's all yours, and then slap them.
Nah, you gotta hit him with just a hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
hey.
I got to name drop. I got to do a movie with Leslie Nielsen, Scary Movie 3, and I was just like, dude, this is Leslie Nielsen. Like, and he was at this point pretty senile, and he still walked around with a fart machine, like the little Play-Doh one, and like there'd be like craft service, like a lady bending over putting something. He'd walk behind her and make the fart thing, and like, and like walk away. I'm like, he still got it. And he would get David Zucker, who did Airplane, Naked Gun, wrote Scary Movie 3. He'd be like, hey Leslie, you remember so and so, and then he would say, nice to meet you, and they'd say, oh no, we met before, and he'd always say every time, oh yes, how could I forget? That was it. But he said it.
That's such a nice line. Oh, yes. How could I forget?
Those are in my algorithm right now. Just Leslie Nielsen,
Dude.
Just everything he said was so fucking funny.
Well, so he told me, David Zucker told me he came into audition for not Police Squad, whatever the first thing was, is Frank Drebin. I think it was a TV show first, or maybe it was for Naked Gun, but he came in and they had seen him in a movie as a dramatic actor, and they said they thought he was so funny because he was doing his serious thing and they thought it was funny. So he came in an audition, but he was doing a comedic performance and they weren't laughing. Like, no, just read it serious like you do in those other movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
And they said he just read it deadpan and they're on the floor and they're like, you got the job. Because he was
said,
just
"I am
not trying to be
serious."
funny. He was just committed down the line, play it straight. It's funny because the writing's funny. And then you could look this up online too. There's a thing called the Zaz 15 Rules of Comedy. So for all those movies, there's 15 rules of comedy you have to abide by for the comedy to work. One of the rules being if there's a joke going on in the background, like in the back of a police car, if you're getting attacked by bees, you can't do a joke in the foreground because it negates the joke behind you. So they have these rules. So I would try to improv and add something, be like, cut, no, like Simon, rule 7. And it's like they had rules that were like the rules of how to do their movies. That's how serious they were about the comedy. And even like in the delivery of a line, like I'd say a line, he's like, no, Simon, it's ... Then the line, like the pause is that important. It was like music. It was like writing music.
Yeah, they were like classical slapstick
Yeah,
stuff.
it did because comedy is kind of musical in the delivery, and it was just a cool way to work. It was just like, and I remember Kevin Hart was kind of just coming up, and we would shit in each other's trailer was our joke, be him and Anthony Anderson, and not flush it. So I'd get to work a little early and take a shit in Kevin Hart's trailer and not flush it, and I would just hear him go, "Oh, damn it, Simon!" Yeah. That was my Kevin Hart impression. And we would shit in each other's trailer, man. And
That's
I remember
awesome.
watching Kevin Hart going, "This guy's gonna make it," because I remember thinking. He knew how to work the room. He was so good at talking to everybody. He was so like I just remember thinking he's gonna do more things than this small role in this movie. Cut to arenas.
True that.
Yeah.
Lil Kev.
Little motherfucking Kev.
We should probably switch over.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's switch over to the Patreon.
Bye.
Simon, you're the man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
dude, thank you.
The Wild Wild West.
And we are beginning. Thank you guys for coming. God damn, Giannis Papas, Chris Stefano, the History Hyenas, dude. Thank you guys for
We're
coming.
here.
Thank you.
I'm pumped, dude.
Dude,
Thank you.
thanks for having us. And I just want to say, because the last I was on the show a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago, Giannis, and I just want to say to all your fans out there, say something about my hair now. Look at my hair now, dude. You guys were talking shit saying I had no hair product in, my hair was flat. What about now?
It looks great
Right,
now.
dude? Now I look like a 60s crooner. Yeah. And look at Giannis's hair, dude.
I look great.
That looks good.
That's
And-
painted on.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
The wave.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I
I,
should've done-
just want to make sure everybody fucking knows
True.
what's up.
And I'd
We gotta
like
bring
to
it back.
say, I'd like to say it's good to be here in Republican Hollywood, and
Yes.
the candidate over here and the candidate over here.
Yeah.
They got bad hair. They're no good for you. I will make it so barbecue is available for everybody in this city at all times.
Yeah.
And I just always wanted to stand at a podium and feel like I'm in a primary.
It feels
Yeah.
good, doesn't it?
It
Well, you
feels
know what
fucking powerful.
I know.
I want to almost go like, yes, I said Hussein.
Yes.
I said,
You feel it now.
You
exactly
feel the
power.
fucking
Dude.
being white and standing behind this podium is. I
good.
got ideas right now.
I'm telling you, man, not that I've ever agreed with anything that Hitler said, and I despise the Nazis and what they did, but if you just want to AI, listen to Hitler speeches in English and just change out the words from Germany to America in your head, you'll get really pumped up for the day.
Yeah.
That
Can
guy
you do
just
that?
knew how to light a fire under you, dude.
Yeah.
The
Really?
way that he would speak about Germany was like, I fucking get it, man.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
they tied to their like mythic folklore of like the German here and all that stuff. And yeah, that would for sure get anyone pumped.
Dude,
up.
he was telling people like, if you die in battle, you're going directly to Valhalla, and you're going to ride you're riding like, eagles there, and it's just like he was like, Germany is versus England right now. Germany's versus Great Britain, at that moment when they're in that war, and he says we are two superpowers, and the only way to win is one of us is going to have to be destroyed. And it will not be Germany. And the crowd goes nuts. You're like, fuck yeah!
Oh my God.
Dude, I started putting on my fucking boots.
Yeah.
I was like ready to
He
go.
has an outfit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can always give the devil his due. Like everyone's
it.
always like, he was a fucking failed artist. No one liked him. It's like people liked him, dude.
No, the
people were
kid,
kind of
course,
pumped
man.
on him.
he was a closer. I mean, he was a headliner. You can't. He was a guy when he went up. You're like, all right, we should only do another show 2 days from now.
Yeah.
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 Let people kind of settle.
Yeah.
He was a talker. I think he gelled the hair, but I think he left the front flap. I think he knew the
Let it do it.
effectiveness of
True.
the
The
flap.
flat front.
It was a tail.
Right.
It was a
Yeah.
tail feather.
And then I
Yeah.
always
Like a
loved when he
peacock.
did that afterwards. When he-
Yeah.
when
Dude, what
he
I
was
like
just
about-
gathering himself and he did that.
Smeared it
Dude,
back.
what I like about standing up too is this is a fit city. You could just get your calf raises in while
You
you're.
can.
That's
Yeah, I'm
that's
telling
and
you.
that's why I think you did it, dude. It's just like a workout.
I know. I was tired of sitting around all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with all the gay art over here?
I thought it was visually striking. This is nice. My friend told me about this painting. I'm like, I looked it up. I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
I just wanted something kind of intense, and then
Well, I was telling you on the plane, he's a guy, he jerks off to erotic poetry. So this
Yeah.
kind of goes with it.
Yeah.
Which I've started doing now, by the way,
The
because
erotic
it's
is
awesome,
nice.
dude.
I'm
So
telling
you
Yeah.
kind of like us have a little bit of a female brain.
yes,
Because
100%.
you like the imagination. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's not uncommon amongst us. We are performers, and here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're a performer and you get into the arts, you at least got nicked. You at least got nicked with
by
the
the
gay
gay
gene.
gene.
You got nicked. Some people get
I
fully
agree.
clipped,
I
like
agree.
Mateo Lane. We got nicked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got nicked.
We got nicked.
That's what gives us our eye. For
And
it.
we
Yeah.
all got nicked. We all
Yeah.
got nicked, and our wives and girls, they all know that we're kind of like out of their friend group, they're proud of us, but they're like, my husband's kind of gay.
Yeah.
And
I
they
know.
just accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's like embarrassing. I don't know what to do. Like I was talking, just like talking sports. I don't follow it at all. So that it makes me feel really gay when other men are like, dude, you blah blah. And I'm like, I don't.
When you
really
told me
care.
that the last time I came on the show, it's something that I swear to God, there's, I'm 40 now, you wake up, you have to pee or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's been multiple times in the past months since I've been on your show where I've woken up and like, I can't believe Matt doesn't know anything about sports.
I don't know anything.
And I've just been thinking about it because you're such a guy who, you look at this guy, you listen to this guy, you're like, he's going to be like an NFL broadcaster.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know, he has a headset
know.
on like Tony Romo right now.
I know.
I mean,
I love
this is-
playing sports. I love playing sports. Like I played football, basketball, and I'll still play sports. I can't bear to follow them. I don't care.
It's
I could
amazing
never-
because you look, it's funny to see physically I like to play sports. God gave you a body for sports, but then this is your brain.
Yeah.
These paintings. This is what it is.
It's real. It's a great representation.
He
of my brain.
laughed at us, I think, when he made it. He's like, dude, I'm going to make this Matt one. I'm going to put him outside Philly. I'm going to make him look like an athlete, but then I'm just going to have fucking paintbrushes and just gay stuff in his brain. And I think they laugh.
Yeah, and right now you do look like a high school offensive coordinator with that headset on.
You know
No, I looked the part.
Yeah.
I look like a cop. I really look
and
like
you
a
can
cop.
the only thing you'll be is like Robert Frost's Road Less Traveled is a beautiful poem, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I
But you look
started
like a
talking
good cop
metaphysics.
too.
Yeah.
You really do.
I think I would have been a decent cop.
You would have been a decent cop, and I think you also would have been you're a really good coach. That you would have, if you did fuck around with a kid, it was like in the 80s.
Right.
It wasn't anything recent.
Right.
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So like one of those things, like you were doing it when
I was
everybody's
young.
doing it.
No, I was young too.
But you kind of had the thoughts where you realized it was wrong in like the 90s,
Right.
Which is way ahead of most people.
He did it at a time where the parent would have sided with you and not the kid.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
True.
And
It's
be
just
like,
what being
he
a
taught
Catholic
you, He
was.
taught you football, so
Yes.
he was
Yes.
a good guy. Yeah.
We had I went to a basketball camp. It was called Bucky Gill's basketball camp in Chichester, and he was the coach of the girls' high school team.
Mm-hmm.
And he got round. He was like apparently like while they're in the. This was the rumor, I should say. That he was like opening the shower curtain, just like spraying them with soap. He was like back there partying with the girls.
Wow.
Dude.
And then, but we all had his basketball camp shirt because everyone went there.
Yeah.
But then when he got in trouble for it, we'd all wear the shirt. We thought it was funny. We'd all wear the shirt. of the guy.
But with girls, but to me, with girls, are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm Googling this story that's going to blow your guys' minds.
Okay.
Yeah.
With girls, though, I almost like, obviously it's fucked up, but it's not, it's like, that's rare. It's normally always boys getting clipped. It's usually
know.
always the boys
I know.
getting clipped.
I know.
I was in two situations. I went to Penn State football camp when I was a kid, never got clipped. Never saw Jerry Sandusky, but never got clipped. And then there was another guy in Christ the King, basketball coach Bob Oliva, that also went down for that stuff, and I never got clipped by him. And I was many, many times in the gym, just him and I, because my mom had to work. So I was the kid that I would get dropped off. My mom would pay extra to drop me off at basketball camp at like 7 a.m., 45 minutes before, because she had to get to work. And it was just him and I, and he never did anything, never clipped me at all. And I know like the hack joke, what people say is like, oh, what about me? Whatever. Like, you know, but I genuinely had like feelings about it. I was like, am I ugly?
Wait a
Really?
second.
Yeah, like I really would talk to my therapist about it.
It's the opposite. I think when you're like a jack strong kid, they know they're like, no, this kid might.
They
be
won't.
nice.
Yeah.
They
Well,
won't
no,
fuck
you know
with
what I think Bob Oliva and these people saw in me? They were like, this guy will kiss me back, and that's not what I want.
I don't know if this has ever happened on a podcast, but I just realized that I got clipped.
When did you get
It
clipped?
just
You got
came to me.
clipped?
I think I just got clipped.
When?
You started talking, and I was like,
You got hit?
I think
That's
I
how
might
it
have got
works.
hit.
That's how it
Yeah,
works.
just-
You don't remember.
Yeah.
One day
Tell
it
us
just
about
comes
it,
back.
I got to brace myself.
Tell us about
Wait,
it.
this is the exact position I was in. I think I got banged.
Who'd you get banged out by?
Someone made you an artist.
I think St. Savior's. I think yeah, somebody turned me into the arts. No, I'm kidding. But dude, there's this crazy story where my brother went to Poly Prep. You know Poly Prep
Yeah.
in Bay Ridge. Anyone can look up this story. There was this
Brother who's an openly gay man.
openly gay man.
Openly gay
Yeah.
man, big time hotshot attorney, but a full, I mean, as gay, gayer than you paint.
Your brother's a gay attorney.
He's
Yes.
a $3 bill gay.
Which
He's
is what
gay
messes
as a
with
$3
him
bill.
because he's got his brother got
he's
hit
got-
hard
yeah.
with, so he's like, how much of this gay gene did I get nicked with? If literal, I came out of the same womb, which might be just a tainted gay womb.
yeah, true.
it's
And
clipped.
it's like, were we really wrestling that whole time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
So
What
I
was
get
happening?
his pain.
Yeah, what was really happening? But dude, this story's crazy. Philip Foglietta was his name, and he
Sauce
was a
monkey.
legendary football coach at Poly Prep, and he molested. He had a legendary program that like they were like incredible. The community supported him. Whatchamacallit? The mobs. What was the mob guy?
With John Gotti?
No, before him.
John Gotti, Paul Castellano.
Before him.
Before the Gambino crime family.
Gambino.
Okay.
Carlo Gambino.
Yeah.
Carlo Gambino's kid. Carlo. Yeah.
That's the most Italian thing I've ever seen.
The Fakio's fucking sandwich shop.
It's Italian autism.
His son went there, and this kid clipped like hundreds of kids.
Really?
Hundreds of kids for so long, and it finally came out, and like so many kids got clipped, and it was happening like in front of kids. They had jokes about it, but it was just back in that era.
But he was like a gangster too.
He was just a legendary football
Oh,
coach.
I thought you were saying he was like part of like the mafia.
Gambino's son went to that school. He
they
didn't.
clip-
I don't think he got clipped.
I thought he was.
I don't wanna say that
I thought
on
he
this
was
podcast.
clipping kids and being like, forget about it.
Yeah,
He kind of was. He was
My
kind of
little cannoli cream?
Yeah. He was like the last guy anyone would expect, but he would take kids and he'd put them in his Cadillac. He did it in the most Italian way.
Right.
He'd be like,
Yeah.
let's go get some Zeppelis, kid. You're a good lineman.
Right.
And he'd be like, let me see a penis.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will help you. You want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens,
That
dude.
sucks.
But what do we think? Because obviously, you know, the guys that happens a lot, the Sandusky's of the world, the Fogliettas, whatever. But like women teachers have sex with this male students like It's rampant, and they get caught all the time. But all you have to do, I encourage you at home, go home and just ask like 3 or 4 people if they know someone, and they all know someone who maybe the woman hasn't gotten arrested, but they know. Like I know in high school, my friend banged the teacher. It was confirmed it happened. She never got arrested for it. It never came out to the public. It never will. But it's so. What is that? Do we know?
Why they don't get in trouble? You're saying?
No. Why do they constantly do that?
Why are they always hot?
Always hot.
Dude, so I think it goes down to or comes down to like a lot of women's television is still centered around high school. Like even like you know like what like there's always, in my opinion, a lot of those soaps have like a heavy high school romance element to it.
Right.
Like women constantly watch high schoolers like make out and have sex. It's part of a
That's
lot
a
of the
good
shows
call.
anyway.
I never thought about that. Like Euphoria.
That was a big one, dude. All like the just all those like soapy dramas. A lot of them are centered around high school love, and that's like a thing for them. It's like the meeting when like a boy and a girl first, like they finally kiss and meet. Women, like their brains like freak out.
You don't
for
think
that.
it's payback though for like centuries and centuries and centuries of 50 or 40-year-old dudes just marrying 11-year-olds, and now girls are finally like, you know what? I'm gonna bang this 16-year-old. Just to pay back what guys have been doing to us for so long.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. They came so far that they can be pedophiles.
Yeah. That's how you know that we're equal now. Yeah.
Do you think Trump will change the law and just let boys have a legal age at like 13 and you could just fucking clip them all day?
Like just for boys?
Just for boys. You think Trump will just be like, these boys really don't give a shit. It's their moms getting in the way. I mean, honestly, if I was 15 and I actually, I'm sorry. No, I lost my virginity at 17. But then I was 17 and banged a woman in her 30s. So that's technically a crime, right? But I don't care.
Yeah.
If she does it, it would never make a difference to me.
Yeah.
But if I was a girl, I might get older and be like, I got seduced.
Was she a babysitter or a family friend? Or
She was a family friend. That's crazy you knew it. She was a family friend.
Wow.
Yeah. I might have told you. Maybe I told you. She was a family friend.
The thing about the women.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They always do it like that. They even do it in a woman way. Like they get to know you first, you talk to them.
Yeah.
Well,
guys just snatch you up and put you in the car. Women are like, let's see, I'm going to give you Spanish lessons after class.
Right.
Yeah,
you're my little buddy.
They do it a little more emotionally.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. The problem is as a 17-year-old, you can get like sucked into like adult kind of dynamics. Like, you know, say she's cheating on her husband. That's like a crazy thing to get a kid in the middle of. That's a tough one. Yeah. Although to be fair, I don't know. Would you rather, if you were to be cuckolded, would you rather it be like a young like boy?
No, I'd like it to
like
be a black guy with a big dick.
Yeah. You just want to go straight to the source.
I just want her to know that it's, and I'll give it to her. I'll be like, I get what you need.
Yeah.
Do you know the rest of that whole film?
Do you know the myth of the black guys with the big dick? Do you know where that comes from? The black guy
From their dicks.
Well, no, they absolutely.
You play basketball, guys. The biggest things I've seen are it's fucking crazy.
Yo, I know.
Shout out Tim Fudd. Can you cackle that?
Yeah,
Just put a mute over that.
Yeah, Tim Fudd. Big dicks. He named a real guy.
I named a real guy with a fucking dick. I mean, if you saw this thing, you're going, "What is a mutant? What is
Big
this?"
cocks.
Tales from the locker room.
Yes.
Yeah. I know, dude. The locker room for me, I went to an all-boy Catholic high school, and I remember like the boy, you know, obviously the players, like everyone going in there butt naked, and I would go in with a bathing suit shorts on because, you know, I was a little embarrassed. But then I remember the older kids would be like, take off the bathing suit shorts. What are you, fucking gay? And I'm like, isn't it gayer if my dick and balls are out with the rest of you? But the black dick thing. So supposedly, I think this might have been like 1600s, late 1600s, when like the first waves of like African slaves started to come over. The white men were so scared that they were gonna, because they were how muscular they were, that their wives were just gonna bang them left and right. They said that their dicks were so big, but it was a negative thing back then. Like they're gonna kill you and you're gonna get killed by them. Like that's a weapon. And so then it became like, we want the big dick, but back then the big dick was frowned upon.
Yeah, in ancient
so it was
Greece,
like a negative thing.
It was a bad thing. In ancient Greece, if you had like a real small, just flaccid penis, people would be like, what a astonishing man.
I got so
Man, you're
nervous.
smart.
That's why these sculptures, medieval sculptures, are all little flaccid penises, because that was beautiful.
Yeah, you were smart.
I got so scared just watching him at that podium when he said African slaves. I was like, I hope this finishes good. Just the podium is just kind of like you're going, all right, let's just.
That's such a funny thing to be like, oh, those huge, muscular, exotic guys. Yeah, well, trust me, they got huge dicks. You want anything to do with it?
Yeah, Maggie.
Some guy raised like his pint of ale, like, I got it. I know.
But dude, it turns out that they do.
They do.
I mean, not all of them, but the ones that are big are like big, and
but
like the
dude-
Chinese guys, I mean, we've all seen the porn. It's just some of it is genetic.
No, you could look this up. The science, though, says as far as like penis length, the African culture, black people in general don't have bigger dicks than anybody else.
Wow.
If you look at the
Well, if
science
you
of
saw
it.
their condom studies, they released the data, and it wasn't the average. It wasn't as big as you would thought in terms of like compared.
Right.
It's not.
They just
that
had a
much
couple of
bigger on
13, 14
averages,
inches.
But I think their outliers do. I think they kind of.
Right.
I don't know. It's also crazy to be white and have like a huge. That's
Yeah.
kind of something unsettling about that.
Yeah, I remember like when Pete
I'd
Davidson
get it reduced. If
I remember
were
like when Pete Davidson got really. Oh, you would get it reduced. You get a
penis
reduction.
I would take it right back to where I'm at now. I'd be like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when Pete Davidson got like really famous and started to like blow up, and everyone was saying how big of a dick he has, whatever. And then like all these comedians were like making TikToks, be like, dude, I could confirm I saw it. I started comedy with him. I was like, he started comedy when he was 16.
Yeah. What happened there? Yeah.
I knew him way back before he was famous. His dick was
I can
huge.
confirm that cock, dude. I saw it in high school, bro.
Yeah, it was
I'm in my
big
40s.
when he was 12. Yeah. I was at
I didn't know people did that. That's
Dude,
crazy.
it was crazy. I was literally seeing people be like, stop, don't phrase it like that.
Yeah.
Say it like I saw it a week ago. But if you said we did a road gig together and he just pulled it out, I'm like, yeah, dude, the kid started at 16. His mom used to call me and make sure that he was like being okay on the road because he was a child.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had to be like, dude, his dick's huge.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. I'd be like, Mrs. Davidson, he's fine. His dick's wrapped around my neck, though. How do we stop this? Do I have to feed it?
It is funny to ride the wave of like just someone else's dick. Just be like, yeah, I saw it, and you can catch me on the road at.
Yeah. Just put your dates across the shaft of his dick of the pic you have from when he's 18.
Yeah, for your dick to get like a legend of its own must be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I mean his has it. I mean no doubt about his has it.
Yeah.
But you ready for this? My call though, my next call for the new absolute cocksman is going to be Marcelo from
think so?
SNL. I think Marcelo's the next cocksman big. He's like the Latino Pete Davidson. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine Pete, all the power Pete has, but on top of that, you're fucking Latino,
Yeah.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
stop that?
Although Pete's vague ethnicity is kind of powerful as well.
That's true, too.
Yeah, 'cause you're like, you don't know what that guy. You're like, yeah, whatever, man.
Could be black.
He looks like a black guy who bleached his skin. He
does.
He looks like Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just a white guy.
Yeah, he's just a
Yeah.
white guy, dude. He's
From Staten
He's a
Island.
fireman's son. He's like as white as he get, white
crazy.
working class as he get, but he does have a black face.
Yeah.
And he's got the cock to match.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He does.
Yeah.
It's definitely not small.
No
I mean,
way,
it's
dude. It made
definitely
it to the
yeah.
halls of Kardashian.
Yeah.
That's a big. That's
Yeah.
just
What
that
a
pool
life,
party
dude.
must
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah, there's a certain length to get into that party that's been established. There's a precedent that was set that he had to meet. He had to meet. Yeah.
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 You got to have a dick that size. You have to have 50 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian, you know when you go on the rides, your kid goes to a ride and the ride says you got to be this tall. I
gotta
mean, Kim
put it out.
Kardashian just goes and measures your dick and go, you can come into this
come in.
ride. You got to
Gotta
be this
put it on
tall.
a digital scale.
Yeah.
and just-
But it's crazy because like I'm like, as men's minds, like I think we all still think in our minds like, oh, maybe one day we can hook up with Kim Kardashian too, even though we have no chance and no desire to.
I
But
saw her in real life one time.
What'd you
it
think?
was just happenstance. She's way shorter than you think, but it was for real. It was like I went,
Yeah.
like it was like I was stunned.
Dude, I felt that way 2 weeks ago. I did a show at Lucali's Pizzeria, a very famous pizzeria in Brooklyn, some of the best pizza probably the best pizza in New York. And besides Joe and John's, my local pizzeria, shout out Ridgewood, Queens, baby. But Anne Hathaway was in the second row of the show. And when I tell you, the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in my life, besides, of course, my girlfriend, and obviously she's way hotter, duh. But Anne Hathaway was it literally to the point where I would do a joke. I would be like, she was sitting over here and I'd be like scanning the room and I'd do a joke and I'd hit the punchline and I would, like people be laughing and I would slowly go like this and just make like almost like is she laughing? And there was a couple of times I saw her laugh and I swear to God, dude, I got butterflies in my heart. I was like, oh my God. And then you have this fantasy like she's going to come out here and be like, you were so great. Like, why don't you talk to your wife and I'll talk to my husband and you and I could just be together and they'll allow it and we could just be together and it'll be great and we could do movies together. But like our wives and husbands don't care and they're actually cheering it on.
They're supporting
Yeah,
us.
and then I just drive home and then you're like depressed that like she didn't DM you.
Check your
and,
DMs,
and then you're like, fuck, man, I guess I suck.
Do you remember when we were in that
She's probably
sushi?
thinking about you right now.
100%, dude.
Yeah, she's probably watching our show, History Hyenas.
Yeah,
right
she
now.
probably
She's
is.
a big fan. Do you remember?
She's probably on the Patreon.
She's probably on the Patreon. You never know. Do you remember we were in that sushi restaurant in LA with Tim Dillon?
Oh yes,
And
yes, this
Emma
is a great
Stone?
story, dude.
So Emma Stone was in there and she went to the bathroom And
No, but wait,
You
but
followed
Giannis,
her?
you're missing a key part. Let me just set this up.
Yeah.
We're in this very famous sushi restaurant with Tim. It's me, Yanni, and Tim Dillon. And Tim Dillon, 20 minutes before, is telling us how much Emma Stone hates him.
oh, that's right.
Remember, he's
Yeah.
telling us Emma Stone despises him. And me and Giannis are listening, but we're kind of be like, this is maybe Tim's just like making it a bigger deal. Maybe Emma Stone, like, there's no way that Emma Stone hates him. And we were like, maybe Emma Stone doesn't even know who any of us are. We don't know. But we were like, whatever. And then go ahead.
And then she was in the restaurant.
Like in a
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
20 minutes later, actual Emma Stone
Comes
walks in. And yeah.
And I think she came in for, this was my like serendipitous moment. She came in because I think she's the most gorgeous thing in the world. I love how big her eyes are. I like pale women, except for my wife. My wife's the most beautiful, half
Absolutely.
Italian, half Greek. But she
You're a
went to the
smoke show, Mrs. Pappas.
She went to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom, and I just saw it as an opportunity to be in the bathroom after Emma Stone. So she went to the bathroom, came out, and then I went to the bathroom, and I did not sniff her seat.
You did.
For sure,
I did
yeah,
not,
for sure.
but I did sit down and pee.
That's perfect.
I
You felt
did sit
warm.
down and pee. Yeah,
But
Dude,
and
that's so nice.
But and then also
that's not creepy, right?
No.
yeah,
No,
But
it's
any
not.
guy would have done that,
Dude,
Yeah,
I mean, how
you would
was
have
it?
done that, right?
100%.
Yeah,
Was-
you can't
was she
stand
just,
to pee.
Was she just a little bit cooler than like the average
It
toilet
just
seat?
smelled
Yeah.
so good in there.
Yeah.
I just remember how good the bathroom smelled.
She just ravaged
yeah,
the
and I
bathroom.
just sat and I was like, "This is just where Emma Stone peed," and
then
it
you
felt
peed.
great.
But Emma then.
Did she flush? That'd be nice if you peed on her pee. That would have been next
That would have
level.
been incredible.
Imagine
but
she shit in the
flushed.
sink. How great would that would have been? You just go there, there's a turd in the sink. But she walked past us and was like, holy shit, Emma Stone. And then she came back because Tim was sitting with his back to us. But then when she came back out of the bathroom, she walked and looked at Tim, and I saw her go, ugh.
Yeah.
Like that. So it confirmed everything he said.
It could have
I
just
was
been
like,
the
she
way
does hate him,
It
which is
could have
awesome.
been just the way he was eating, just like
What was their beef? Why the fuck would she?
Something with Tim, because
I
Tim's
think Tim
hilarious.
fucked her husband.
Yes, Tim.
I think that's what happened.
No, Tim's hilarious on social media, and I think he was tweeting like, hilarious shit, but maybe like shitting on an Emma Stone movie.
that
You know,
happens. That happens.
You know, that's what just makes me think about celebrity. Is it worth it to just like, Emma Stone, the poor girl, she just went into the bathroom to take a piss. And then there
Yeah.
was this guy that went in there and just sat down and peed after her.
Yeah.
And I'm telling it on a big podcast. I'm sorry, Emma Stone.
Sorry, Emma Stone.
I'm sorry I did
You
that.
did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong, I
Right.
don't think. It's not, I didn't
Sitting
do
to
it.
feel a hot lady's body heat on the toilet.
Yeah, but it's
there's
creepy a
nothing-
little bit. No?
I'm sorry, I'm taking on my phone. I just want to make sure my hair's still good because these fans are just fucking
Your hair
unbelievable.
looks great, dude.
All right, we're
It's
good.
not-
dude.
It's
you
not
guys
creepy.
can't
I don't
stop
think it's
me.
creepy.
What I want
Right.
to do is hang an ornament right off that Christopher Reeves curl.
Yeah.
Just right there.
That would be actually
Yeah.
really
What do you
nice
think of
to
that?
hear. That's nice.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
What do you
think of
Just
that,
a
dude?
mistletoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just put it right there and then kiss him right on the fucking mouth.
Hold
Well,
on.
here, I just, by the way, I just looked out my phone to like see my hair, and then I just looked at like a quick text, and have a special coming out for Hulu in February. And I just got a text from like the person who like runs it, like, hey, we really need to have a conversation, so just call me when you can. I'm like, here we go. It's over, baby. It's over. There it is, folks. And it's gone. Yeah, just like the way, I just think it's done now. So this will be a fun next 30 minutes for me to just know it's
Just
done.
wait.
Just
Yeah.
waiting, and then calling her, and then her not calling me back for a week.
That would
Yeah.
have been weird if it was Emma Stone who texted you.
Imagine.
Like, whoa. That would have been weird.
Yeah.
I want to. That's very funny. It's funny you have to sit with that for the next half an hour.
Yeah,
but
just deal with it.
Here's my thing. I don't think it's that creepy. That's like a mercy, because it's creepy would have been like waiting right by the door to try to do like a rom-com, like, oh, sorry, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Giannis.
Do I know you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She probably gets people that like want to take pieces of her hair, her skin.
Yeah.
If the worst thing about you,
Yeah.
you want to sniff her toilet seat after she goes to the bathroom, she might be like, we can actually go on dates.
I didn't sniff
Yeah,
her seat.
not a
though.
sniff, not a
Yeah.
sniff.
I
Feel
didn't-
her warmth.
Yeah.
Feel the warmth of her body.
You
on
would
you.
have done the same as what you're saying?
We're gonna waste it. Like, look, that's her body heat.
Yeah.
It's gonna just fade up, or you can just enjoy it before it gets like inducted back up.
There's
into
no
the
rule
fucking
against it.
atmosphere.
I had to go to the bathroom, and if it happens to be Emma Stone, and I want to just sit in your body heat, I'll do that.
And you didn't like jerk off.
No,
so
but
it's
I mean,
like-
But even if he would have, it's his. It's
his
I didn't do
business.
anything.
Yeah, it's
I
his
know.
space.
But I didn't do anything. But I have not bathed the bottom half of my body since.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just she's with me. I don't
That's
know
what
if
it
that's
is.
creepy. She's with me.
Yeah.
I mean, you did absorb her body heat. Part of her
Yeah.
does live inside of you.
I mean, I do hang out outside her house a lot and take photos, but that's
that's
a different
it.
thing. That's
Yeah.
public property.
girls love that stuff, man.
Yeah,
I'm happy that you said that.
They do.
Because girls, as much as like the world we live in, where like, do not objectify me, feminism, they want you to tell them how hot they are at all times.
And they love, like, they'll be like, that's so weird. But if they like, say they took a dump and it kind of stinks, if you just stood in the bathroom and you're like, they're like, oh my God, get out of here. And
Yeah.
like, I fucking love that.
I fucking love it. Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, whatever. If when I wake up next to my girl, if she's like, I try to like kiss her good morning. She's like, no, stop. She has morning breath. And I just fucking burrow in there like a gopher. She loves it.
Yeah, dude, they love that shit.
Yeah, it's a thin line. It's a thin line between complimenting them and creepiness. It's a thin line.
Well, there's
Yeah.
actual in stench in the stink of men and women. I think there's actual, what's the like term for aphrodisiac? Pheromones. There's
Yeah,
actual pheromones in that.
Correct answer.
Yeah, boom.
200.
I don't know why your thing went off. It's
Yeah,
fucking
Dude,
bullshit.
I think that's a fact. I think that's what we call on the History I News a truth baiter Ginsburg.
Yeah.
That there's pheromones.
Yeah.
There's pheromones inside stench that actual like that's what you're supposed to have stinky sex.
I think so,
The
man.
best sex.
Are you sure, or
scientifically.
is that just something Jim Norton told you because he likes to get
Yeah.
women shit on his
Yeah,
chest?
that's what Jim Norton told me after he was like, just drink this.
No, I agree. If I still to this day, if I smell like when
Shit.
women put on deodorant, but their body odor still comes through a little bit, that smell drives me like absolutely.
I
insane.
love a girl with pit smell.
Yeah, it's a little bit,
Fucking
it's a little
love it,
bit
dude.
through the deodorant.
Yeah.
It's just like fuck. I love that.
Do you like a girl with a little bit of fumes?
Yeah, I honestly
Why not?
don't mind it. Yeah,
I don't mind
Talking
it
about
at all.
fumes?
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit.
Fumes.
Are you talking about coming
Talking
off the
about-
box?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
talking about little fumes.
It,
fumes
depend-
or no
it
fumes?
depends on the fumes. I
Yeah.
prefer no. Here's the thing: I can take if it's like pungent, but just like kind of like bold
Right.
spices. But if there's the fish smell,
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Can't
but,
do that, man.
But there are girls, what we say on our show is there are girls, though, that we call swim-throughs, where you will swim through, they're so hot where you will swim through fumes just to bang that. Like if Kim Kardashian had fumes, she'd be considered a swim-through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be considered a swim-through for Rome, meaning what we mean by that is you'd swim through her fumes just to bang her out, and then for Rome, meaning if we were living in ancient society, she would be taken for the Roman Empire, ripped away from her mom and dad, and she would be part of the harem of King Giannis.
That's how hot
That's
she
what
is.
it would
That's
be.
good.
Of
Yeah.
Emperor
And
Giannis.
you probably fix. That'd be nice to like take a girl like that and then fix her fumes back in Roman times. You
Right.
do that now, but in Roman times that was chilled and be like, dude, I'm gonna fix your fumes.
Dude, in Roman times, that was a real worry. Like, you fix your fumes.
It's like a shop in Rome and fix your fumes.
from the ground up.
Dude, in Roman times, that was a real worry. Like, imagine being a father and you know your daughter's like 16 and a smoke show. You're like, this girl's going to get taken for Rome. The emperor's going to come and take her when they come to our town. They're going to take her for the harem, and I can't do anything.
Yeah, and
couldn't
that's
do
just
anything
what
about it.
Nothing.
I know for a fact if I was an emperor, that's just unfortunately
Yeah.
that's what I would do.
Yeah, well,
I would just roll around my chariot and go.
do you
and
think
I'd
though?
point.
But back then, I think it was kind of like if your daughters got snatched up by an emperor, you'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" You'd
Yeah.
high five your wife and be like, "We fucking did it."
Well, they did. If they snatch you up, according to the research we've done, if they've snatched up your daughter for Rome, which is a real thing, you would get a tax break. So it's like,
We're that cool?
yeah, you don't have to fucking hit taxes that year because we took your kid.
Yeah.
So what are
we
you
got
gonna
a
do?
deduction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do it for
Not
your
bad,
family.
dude.
Yeah.
It's a write-off.
That's a really great Republican platform.
Why not?
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you guys want lower taxes? Give me your daughter.
Dude, I think Olympic athletes that win gold medals should pay no taxes for a
should.
lot. I think
That's
that's
true.
because you're not going to get any money. So my thing is like, if you win the gold medal for us, no taxes.
I
Yeah.
like that idea.
Right?
And
I
you're on a
kind of- I
podium.
agree.
I think it's great.
That's
I
it.
agree.
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't realize they get fucked over so bad.
Hell
you
yeah.
spend your whole life doing that, and then it's just like
Then
yeah,
they don't give a fuck
you get a
about you.
silver medal. I guess you can start like your own type of lessons back home.
You got to
Right.
be like a superstar. Like Simone Biles gets money.
Yes, Michael Phelps
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
real
Well, I
money.
got paid.
Whoever gets the bronze medals and worked there until he's not
and
remembered.
it's so
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
You're like the third best person in the world. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. So
Yeah.
they should. You're right. They shouldn't pay taxes.
Hell
They
yeah,
should.
dude. That's my. And then I military shouldn't pay taxes, dude.
Yeah.
And I
Cops.
think if you did the right thing in November, you shouldn't pay taxes. And I did the right thing.
My opponent here, he thinks nobody should pay taxes. I believe that the government should pay for gender reassignment surgery. That's
That's what it is.
position.
Yeah.
That is
Yanni
my
goes
position.
left. Yanni
That'd be
is the
nice.
lefty.
I think that's my position.
Gender reassignment.
Dude, we
yeah,
met with our driver
So
yesterday.
you can have something to jerk off to.
Yeah. Dude, our driver
I
yesterday.
saw that clip. Yeah. Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm off the porn.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Not at all.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Sometimes
rare,
you just
few and
look
far
and you go,
between.
I'm fooled. I'm fooled. Sometimes the guy in a wig, you just go, you know what? I'm
I'm
fooled.
telling you, man, it's like you watch the porn and it's just like it just starts to be like, you watch it so much and you're like, what's this? And it's
Yeah.
just a new thing.
Well,
And
it's
then you go,
disassociation. Like Giannis was telling me yesterday. He was like, and then you start to think about how come my wife doesn't look like that? Why don't we do that?
Yeah,
And
I'm
then you
like,
start to
where's
think
your
maybe-
penis,
Oh,
baby? I
here's-
said that to her a few times.
Here's the eternal question. What would you rather do? So if you had to have sex with a straight up, Buck Angel?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like a dude with a pussy or a lady with a dick. Who would you rather?
Tranny.
Yeah.
I mean, can I do it quicker?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
100%.
It's a weird. It's
I'll
a
even go one
mind-bender.
further, like a hot, beautiful tranny with a great personality, because it's not all about the physical for every woman, or like a butchy lesbian, or Roseanne O'Donnell, trans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's right.
trans.
You wouldn't take down like a stud.
And I'll just pretend if we're having sex that my penis was so big it popped out the other side.
Right.
So all you got to do is use your imagination.
Well, we watched a science video about the neuroscience of the brain. We watched this a few years ago where they said, from a scientific point of view, the highest climax, the best orgasm a man can have is when they're watching transgender porn, because the number one things, the 1 and 2 things that men are attracted to, most men, are big boobs and a big dick. So
That
even
is a thing,
and that's
yeah.
heterosexual men.
Yeah.
We're not talking about gay men. We're talking
I know.
because a heterosexual man, even if it's not transgender porn, will fast forward subconsciously if the man's penis is not big enough while they're watching it, because we mirror everything.
Yeah.
So a big penis and big boobs theoretically would get the most excitement from the male brain, and that's a transgender person, and that's another Truth Bader Ginsburg.
That's the truth. Big
Yeah.
It's subconscious, and it's just the way it is. And the truth is that gay guys don't watch that.
They don't like
Gay
it.
guys are not
Yeah,
into
they're
it.
not.
Some of it's impressive. You're going
Yeah.
like, it's almost like impressive. It's like when you see like when a Puerto Rican soups up a car.
Yeah.
You're going like,
Yeah.
look what they did
Yeah.
with that fucking Honda.
The ground
Right.
effects.
Yeah,
right.
you're like, this was a guy.
Yeah,
and
we're
look at what he
not-
turned. Look at the rims he put on the. Look at those fucking rims he put on that body.
You're not,
I
and you're
know.
not gay. Like I think we sit and think a lot. We're gay, and that's why it's great to be in comedy and have gay friends. Because I've asked Mateo Lane multiple times, "Am I gay?" And he said, "No, you're not gay. You're just feminine." But
Yeah.
that's not gay.
It's not gay.
You're more like a woman than a man, but you're not attracted to men, and that's because you really don't know, man. As your brain starts to develop, you're like, I don't know, because
Yeah.
I will not immediately push a handsome man out of my brain if he pops in while I'm masturbating. I'll let him hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's just being a more of a woman, not a gay man. Because
Yeah, for
we've
sure.
said it many times, and Giannis is the one who discovered this, that I fall in love with men, but I have sex with women. And that's just who I am. But that's not gay.
kinda nice.
According to Mateo, who I would say is like, I mean, he's the top gay.
And
Yeah.
they can tell. If,
Yeah,
if you're
he knows.
gay, they can look at you and be like,
They
"Yep,
know.
He's
for
told
sure."
me, dude.
I mean, but Chris did try to crawl in my bed last night.
I
and
did.
cuddle with me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
He just
because I just
does,
got a little freaked out because my TV wasn't working. I don't like sleeping in the dark, so I just knocked on Giannis's door and I said, "Can I just fucking post up in here?"
Just chill.
Yeah. But I couldn't. But then I couldn't because his feet smelled so bad. So I just
really
had. I'd rather sleep with the fear of Ted Bundy popping out of a closet than
Well, that
smell
was
his
your
feet.
hetero kicking in, being
Yes.
like, just the smell is off, and you're like, "What the fuck am I? Got to get out of here."
I got to get out of here, dude. Because if I was a real gay guy, then I would have just fucking went in and tried to,
You
know,
would
bang
have
him
washed. You would have washed his feet. And then
Yeah.
blown
100%,
him.
dude.
Just
That would've
blown
been
him.
nice.
Made it work for me.
Quiet.
Yeah.
This is a quiet, slow blowjob.
But you're a big fan of history. Yeah, just a quiet, slow one.
That one made me like, I felt that one. A quiet, slow blowjob to your male friend, like that literally, like it actually made me like pause. Like we're fucking around, but that one I have to be like, whoa, hold on.
that's-
like you grab onto the podium, like, holy shit, Matt went crazy just now.
The quiet and slow is gayer than the blowjob. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you would have been like, oh, a teethy blowjob, I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, but quiet
Just a
and slow.
fucking manly one. Like, yeah,
That one,
dude.
like,
Yeah.
that's another one. I'll just probably think about that now.
It's like, the fuck are you doing, man?
You're gonna get a text from me like 4 a.m. Quiet and slow? Question mark.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Let's just jump into this. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. It's playoff time, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Think Lamar Jackson will get more than 250 passing yards next week? Will Patrick Mahomes pass more than 1.5 TDs? Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. I mean, oh man, Patrick Mahomes throwing those 1.5 TDs. I think he might be able to do it. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on the Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Now let's get back to the show. Also, guys, before we do, Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year and with the new year, I am glad to announce we're out of the podcasting desert, man. We're after this week, business as motherfucking usual. Thank you guys for, trudging through the podcasting desert with me. It was interesting. And, like I said before, it was a crucible situation. In a crucible, steel is melted down and reforged into sometimes a stronger, sometimes a weaker shape. But I'm excited to announce that anyway. I don't know. I'm very tired. I stayed up late last night and now I have to do advertisements. Let's get back to the show.
But we talk about this all the time, and you love history too. On our show, we talk about when you look back at history at all the empires, just the top guys like the viceroys and the emperors and all that, they just engaged. They took whatever was on the table, men, women, eunuchs, boys, and like crazy. They were the toughest dudes. Like Alexander the Great was like the most masculine guy, and that guy had a straight up boyfriend.
Yes,
he had boys.
He had an actual like lover. That was his. I can't remember his name.
I'm forgetting something Greek.
Yeah,
it was a battle boy. He took a boy into battle. It was like a battle boy.
He had one guy that was like his 13-year like partner, and when that guy died, he made it like a holiday. He quieted. He was beside himself.
Damn.
And I think he just was in a Great Depression because he was in love with a guy.
There were no labels back then, though. That's the thing. It's like you being gay or straight was irrelevant. They didn't care about that. It was like it was more of like, do you love your country and want to fight in war or not? But you being gay, they were like, we don't. That's not.
It was
everybody's
totally
banging guys, girls, animals. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So now, and because dude, even like the label of being gay, that's like 150, 200 years old. Even in Abraham Lincoln's time, nobody cared that the guy, who was it? The guy before him, James Buchanan.
Yeah.
He was like known gay. Never had a wife. They used to call him, they used to call his like guy that was always with them. I think they used to call him like Aunt Nancy or something like that, which is like a gay term back then. But like the people didn't care. His political opponents didn't slander him with that because they were like, nobody cares about this.
Yeah, that's
so
kind of wild.
it only came later in life, like, oh, being gay was taboo.
Well, it's crazy too that, if you think about how strong gay must be to like fight through like biblical, like the Bible Belt stuff. And even I'm sure in medieval Christianity, it was probably kind of frowned upon.
Oh yeah.
Like heavily. In Puritan times, like gay just like kept bubbling under the surface and eventually was like, we're fucking gay. And the whole society had to be like, all right, our bad.
It's a strong driving force.
Listen to this. Like people are like, oh, Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg, or we say Pete likes it in the Buttigieg.
Yeah, he does. Unfortunately.
And I don't know why his political opponents, like if he ever went up against Trump, that's what Trump should say. Yeah. Pete likes it in the Buttigieg. That would go viral.
That would be, dude.
He's going to watch us and take that.
Yeah.
But my point is,
he can take it, dude.
People think that's so shocking that there's
never
a presidential candidate who's gay. But when you look back at the Roman Empire, Trajan was a full gay dude. And he was like the best Roman. He was like one of the ones by historians that's considered to be like one of the best emperors. And he was just a gay guy. Yeah, he wasn't even into like, I'm going to marry my horse or you. He was just loved Ben.
I love
him. He was a gay guy. And the clarity must be amazing to like not be just kind of like dealing with like a lady. Like if you're a gay, like and women are like, blah, 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 you're just like, I for real, I'm not doing this. We're immersed in like, we're immersed in women's thoughts. If you have like a wife and you're a straight guy, it's just like, you're constantly just dealing with just whatever.
You know what?
Just a minor problem. That if you're a gay guy, imagine if those problems never cross your radar.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's think I didn't eat all day. Like, you have to be like, what the fuck?
You can get a lot done.
Yeah, you can really crush.
You could look at Michelangelo and you're like, that guy got a lot done because he didn't have to listen to those like people with smaller brains.
Yeah. Bill Burr has like a good bit, like paraphrasing about like if you see like a 35-year-old lesbian in a bar who's married and a 35-year-old married guy at a bar, straight guy, they have the same look. Like they're both angry, pissed off, but then a 35-year-old gay guy, like he was like, have you ever seen a sad gay man? And it's the truth. You have never seen it. They're just always having fun, life of the party.
Dude, there is actually a kind of a dark element to just like, we used to do a comedy show in a gay bar.
Right.
And they were so mean to the female comics.
Good.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Fucking ruthless. It, like a lady was on, they'd be like, boo, honey, you stink. And like I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Ruthless. They can get kind of nasty.
Yeah, they can get really nasty. You know what I just thought of? You know what's really funny to think about? Michelangelo, fully gay guy.
Sure.
Painted the Sistine Chapel. All the people that come in and pray, like, hate homosexuals. but like the biggest Christian icon in the world was made by a flaming $3 bill. I think that's like kind of poetic justice for the gay community.
It's also, imagine him just drawing all those beautiful baby penises too.
Oh yeah.
Just you need the master.
Yeah.
Like, do you think after he sculpted David, when he because that penis is like remarkably small, he did it like this?
Yeah,
Just gave it a kiss on the ball, just bang, magnificent.
Great.
Yeah,
God, it's
'Cause
a masterpiece.
That is a good point you bring up. It's mostly baby penis that he was painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the popes came in, they're like, fucking perfect, bro.
You know that was you know that was started by some powerful dude with a small dick, and he was like, everyone's dick's gonna be small. Yeah, I don't want anyone to see. Because people probably saw each other's dicks all the time. They only had togas on, so when they sat down, I mean, they didn't have underwear yet.
No, and you had to live communally a lot. A lot of people just lived in the same
man.
one big room. So this whole taboo of like sex is in private wasn't really a big thing back then. Like kids would watch their parents have sex as if they would watch a guy work out or whatever. They were like, it's just, we all live amongst each other.
Yeah, we're like, get out of the way.
You ever see how they shit in those old Roman latrines where it was just like they all shit together? It was public toilets, and they would hang out, and it was social for them. They'd shit next to each other.
What about toilet paper? What would they use?
That's the thing. I think they used water.
They used
I
really
think
just
they
wash
used
your
water.
ass with some
I think
water.
they used leaves. I think they used
Yeah,
water.
they didn't have it back then.
Yeah.
Even
The
like,
hair of a eunuch.
dude,
yeah.
medieval London was the same. If you had to take a shit, you were supposed to like walk out of town and like shit off the bridge, and it would just fall in the river.
Yeah.
But if you like got caught dumping your thing, they would like really fuck you up. And
Yeah.
they would the butchers too would just throw entrails out into the street every day. So you'd walk and there'd just be like rotting fucking animal carcasses.
Downtown Manhattan,
Right.
Like that famous like lake, remember downtown?
Oh, yeah, the,
old Brooklyn,
the-
old Manhattan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Collect Pond.
Yes.
That's what it was called. Collect
What would they do?
Pond.
All the butchers, all the human waste.
Gangs in New
butchers.
York time.
Yeah, gangs in New York time.
Yeah.
There was just this disgusting lake that had all the waste from animals and butchers.
They would do it.
It just, we always say history stank. I mean,
Yeah.
it just, you can smell, when you think about
Yeah.
what history must have smelled like.
It just
It
started
was Teddy
telling you.
Roosevelt who was the one that changed it all. Teddy Roosevelt instituted like the sanitation department and would
Really?
come guys dressed in all white, like, we got to clean this up. Because, dude, the idea of like a germ being discovered, that was the Louis Pasteur, that wasn't that long ago.
No, do you know who actually discovered germs before Pasteur? There was a guy. He was a doctor in like I forget where he was, somewhere in like maybe Belgium or somewhere, and they were doing this thing. I was just talking about this last night. So back then they would deliver the babies. You know, a lot of babies died. So like there was like where they put the dead babies was really close to where they delivered babies. So doctors would be handling dead babies constantly. Like, all right, here you go, and be like, all right, let me deliver this baby. So they're transferring like dead fetus germs to living fetus, and it was killing like 50% of the babies.
Right.
And then this one doctor was like, dude, I think there's like stuff getting on our hands from these dead babies. And he started washing his hands with like a solution of whatever chemicals. And the infant mortality rate went down to like only like, 7% of the babies were dying. Or whatever.
Interesting.
And then he tried to tell the other doctors about it. And they were like, nonsense. We're doctors, and doctors are gentlemen, and gentlemen are always clean. And then they like told this guy he was crazy. He went in an insane asylum and he died.
Yeah.
And then they eventually figured out like, fuck.
That he was true.
He was
Because
totally right.
Infant mortality rate, like when people, you think like, oh, from the 1500s, 1600s, oh, we would have been dead by 35, 40, but that's not true. Like Benjamin Franklin, these guys lived to their 70s and 80s. It was it would say life expectancy of a male back then was whatever 45, but it's because of the infant mortality rate. That's what science doesn't tell you. It's because so many babies were dying at 1 minute old that it brings your average down. But if you passed childhood, most likely you were going to live to your 70s and 80s like we are today.
That's crazy.
So we don't live much longer. It's just we don't die as babies as much because back then, no processed food, working with your hands, out in the sun, all those things.
That makes sense. That's crazy because I've been thinking about that nonstop, being like, damn, if it was like 200 years ago, I'd have been dead. Like I'm.
No,
you
you
wouldn't
most likely. Well, you might have died as a child if somebody put some dead baby juice on you.
But people did die of like, viruses, germs.
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
Yeah,
would
you get
catch
a
that
fever and
get
you're
fucked up.
done, so.
A lot of wives died in childbirth.
Yeah.
It was really normal to have like 3 wives just from like your first 2 dying.
Yeah.
Right.
The weak definitely still kind of got you know, it was more animalistic in the way that, you know, if you were at a weak immune system, you were going to go.
Yeah, you're out.
Nowadays, you know, there's a lot of weak people walking around.
Yeah.
Myself
Keep 'em around.
included.
Yeah. Imagine trying to talk to like, you know, somebody in the 1700s about your mental health.
Yeah.
As a guy, they'd be like, what?
It'd be
Like, what if
crazy.
the British are coming? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
They would
I think-
stab you with a bayonet.
I think it was improper to even like bring it up. I think you had like a couple. Although I do like the letters people wrote each other in history. That's something we got to start back up. Just
Yeah,
writing,
beautiful.
like, beautiful letters, long letters to each
Dude.
other.
Instead of calling depression, they said, I'm suffering from melancholia.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
they did it
Yeah.
better. Nobody has a better joke about that than Greg Giraldo. You ever see that Greg Giraldo joke? He's
No.
like, back in the day, would be like, some soldier would be like, dearest Martha, I miss please kiss the children on the forehead and your visage. I miss your visage with every battle. And then now he goes, the letters now like, dear Marie, don't fuck nobody. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, it's changed.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I mean, dude, Josephine's and Napoleon's letters are, talk about stench. Napoleon is saying, I can't wait to smell your bush. He said, get your pube, like basically paraphrasing, but he said, I want your pubes. When I get there, I want your bush as big as possible, and I don't want you to take a shower. And he would come in, feral, and he needed to bang her out with like the stinkiest pussy she could possibly have, so she would not bathe. Like if she knew he was coming, she wouldn't bathe for like 5-6 days and just let the bush go, because that's what he wanted.
Wild boy, right?
Dude,
there.
look up, if you're into that, look up the letters between Josephine and Napoleon. They are wild.
just totally horny.
like
letters.
wild, dude.
Damn, requesting the big stinky bush is like pretty alpha.
He wanted it.
Like, yeah,
He wanted it big time.
I want it. Yeah, I want that thing lost.
Yes. He wanted it, dude, and that's just how he's, it's what
Guys
it
at
is.
the top always have some peculiarity about them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
like-
sure.
And here's the thing about Napoleon: he actually wasn't that much of a squeak.
He wasn't
That's
that
the funny- he
squeak as a
wasn't-
little guy under 5'6".
Oh, yeah, because everybody was kind of short.
Yeah,
Back
he was like 5, 7, or 8.
You know
Like,
what that was, right? It was British misinformation. What the British did that on purpose. There was a writer, I'm blanking on his name, but he wrote when the British were fighting the French that let's make Napoleon, because nobody really knew back then, let's just do all these political cartoons of him being really
made him
short.
short.
But so it's not like he was over, like George Washington was legit 6'5".
Yeah,
he was tall.
yeah.
Lincoln was tall. But Napoleon wasn't tall like that, but he just was a normal height. So this whole idea of like Napoleon complex there's truth in that, but he didn't suffer from it because he wasn't short enough. He was an average height for
That's
that
fucking
guy.
bullshit.
Yeah, dude, fucking
just
bullshit.
lets you know, man. Like a lot of the stuff in history is just not true.
It's just
Yeah.
misinformation.
It's just misinformation.
Dude, even
It's fake news.
it's fake news. That Trump's not wrong with that. Even
Dude, he really did blow the lid off. I mean, I remember watching the news when I was like 20, but I was always like very stoned all the time, and I was like, dude, this just shit is fucking fake. But
Yeah.
like, but then I would still like read the headlines and like, there's got to be some modicum of truth to it. And then like, he really did blow the lid off that.
No,
Everyone
dude.
was like, oh shit, we are being all lied to.
Yeah.
Dude, I read this
Completely.
book. I read 1776, and then this book, The British Are Coming. And they basically were saying that even the Declaration of Independence, that was all made up by the founding fathers. They created this idea of like, oh, we want to be free from the British and independence. But like that wasn't, when the Revolutionary War started, it was all the people were saying was, we just want to be taxed. If we're going to be taxed, we just want to be represented in Parliament. That's it. Because we don't want the British to leave. Because if you think about, put yourself in the mind of a colonist back then, besides like a select few like wild patriots, but most of the
Hold
colonists.
up, I just got instantly racist.
Yeah. Get in there.
He's like, oh yeah, okay.
Put your mind in it as a colonist.
You
Yeah,
go
get-
sit over there and don't talk.
Yeah,
All right,
get some
sorry.
guys in chains.
Yeah, I was just listening
But-
to your instruction.
Yeah.
About to go
And
outside-
what's
you're about
this
to go-
Mexican doing? All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
They didn't even know what that was
Sorry.
back then.
Jesus, look at this dirty Irish mick. They're all drunk. Sorry.
You're about to go outside and handle business.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm hating myself, you dirty fucking Greek.
Yeah.
You Greek shit.
But
You
the-
white N-word. Sorry.
That's okay.
I put myself in the mind of a colonialist.
That's what it is. Yee.
It just got the super stream. Like, oh,
Yeah, there was a time you'd look at him, and if you were back then, we'd be like, this fucking dirty Irish.
Yeah, dude, they were
Yeah.
the most racist against the
I
Irish
know, they were pretty bad.
in New York.
They were bad. They were terrible though. When you read about like what they were up to, you're like, God, those
Disgusting.
guys must have been fucking terrible.
Oh God, coming
Dude,
off the
and
docks.
I was reading Angela's Ashes, and like it's so sad. The first chapter, just like the author introduces his family. His little sister dies just like in a stroller by herself at nighttime. The family's like, they're just all devastated. So they go back to Ireland and they're on a boat. The mom's on the boat. She's pregnant again. And she gets sick. And as they're looking at the Statue of Liberty, she's explaining it to her family. She's like, "I look how beautiful this is." Oh. And then she goes, "Oh," and threw up. And it just, the vomit just missed it in the wind and just went on all the other passengers. And they're all like, "You fuck, god damn it, lady,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here!"
Fuck you.
And he just watched seagulls eat his mom's vomit as they like sail away.
It's beautiful.
It is kind of beautiful in
Yeah.
a way, but it was the spray of just being like, "Oh, there it is,"
Yeah.
just crushing all the passengers.
Dude, so these colonies, they would they just wanted to be taxed, right? They just wanted to be represented by Parliament. But back then, they were like, if you were a colonist, you wanted the British because you had to the north the French, who at that point wasn't on your side, and they would kill you and take your land. And then to the south, Spain, who definitely didn't like you.
Yeah.
And then to the west, Native Americans, who absolutely despised you. And the only thing stopping those three people from coming to kill you were the British.
Oh, wow.
Because they were like, we're one of the you do not fuck with Britain. That's a
Yeah.
British subject. So, but then the war is going on, 1775, whatever. All the soldiers, they did 9 months, but they were like, dude, we got to go home. We're going to lose to these British fucks. We got to go home because we got our farms. We got to take care of our farms. Our wives are dying. Like who knows? We have to go back. And they just started leaving in droves. Yeah. So Washington, Thomas Paine, Common Sense was like a pamphlet, like the first viral thing that ever happened. George Washington told Thomas Paine, dude, you're like a great writer. Why don't you can you make up something to like galvanize these guys to come back? So they came up with, what if we change this messaging from taxation without representation to let's be free from the tyrannical Brits. Let's just be free from these fuckers. Don't you hate them? And then that messaging started to get into people's minds. And then next thing you know, they're fighting the British. And they're like, this is not even what we wanted, but we just believed the fake news. And then obviously, as you know, Benjamin Franklin had to go over to Paris and bang some of King Louis's concubines to get in Louis's ear. And then he convinced the French to get into the war because the French hate the British more than anybody. Yeah. And then we won. Yeah. But that was not, so it was fake news. How it started. So that's what these books said.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was the last time the French were tough.
Yes.
That was the end.
Dude, they got
After that,
fucking steamrolled
they
in
got
World War II.
fucking
Big.
Yeah.
rolled
We got to
over.
talk about that for another day, but the French got absolutely fucking field goal kicked in World War II, and they were the number one seed. They were the number one army in the
they
world.
were killing it for a while, but they would always bankrupt themselves. That was a problem. Everything I've read about French history is them being like, all right, how much money do we have? And like, nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, and
God damn it.
another fun fact, history with the French, like Dunkirk, when they got like steamrolled in Dunkirk and they almost lost everything, whatever. I read something that said of course, Germany was this crazy army on a mission, whatever, but Hitler would not allow the German soldiers to get prostitutes, or if you got caught masturbating or drinking, you could take the Panzer chocolate, which was crystal meth. So they allowed meth, but no banging prostitutes and no masturbating and no alcohol, because he wanted like a fucking tip-top army, where the French were encouraging prostitution and were encouraging you to like be free, sexually free. And supposedly there was sexual STDs running rampant through the French army those last 6 months before the Nazis took over them. And these guys were like fighting with like active chlamydia and VD, where the Germans were just coming in fully loaded cocks on crystal meth, ready to steamroll.
Damn.
And that's like a big part of like why they just beat the shit out of everybody. But then as the war went on, the crystal meth, obviously you can't take that for so long.
Yeah.
Then even Hitler, you started to go nuts.
Yeah. It's just like rock and roll.
yeah.
They had better drugs.
Yeah.
Like the best bands had better drugs.
Oh, dude,
That's
having
what they
like
say.
meth psychosis in like World War II as like a Nazi soldier must have been
Dude,
crazy.
imagine coming out of that. A lot of Nazi soldiers killed themselves when they got back to Germany, because they were like, not only does the world hate us, but like, I didn't want to do this. I was on meth. And I killed all these people and did all this shit, and I'm done. And then they killed themselves.
Yeah, I don't think you could. I think you can't do war without drugs.
You have to be on a little
Yeah, I think so. I think it's you're just ripping addies and now and I
You
got to
be a real psychopath to just go sober.
sober.
Yeah.
It's hard to do like stand up without a couple drinks.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. A guy facing death. He's like, "No, dude, I got 13 days sober.
Yeah.
You guys drink."
Dude, I mean,
It's like, we're
this is
going to
what do you
die.
think this is? This is
Exactly.
drugs, dude.
Exactly.
This is, I'm on using a drug right now.
Yeah, I needed it today, really. But yeah, I think a lot of it too is just nicotine. I think they're just crushing fucking nicotine pouches.
Yeah.
Probably like 500 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's a nice story about World War II. I
Nothing that would chill them out. That's for sure.
think, what?
They weren't sitting there
No, they're-
microdosing mushrooms.
I think when
then they would all
I think
just
when they
sat
get
there and
when
be
they
like,
get back,
"Whoa."
a lot of them do actually, but not when they're there. But there was a story I read about World War II where I think the Nazis were in Italy, I think, at some point, and they were like they came to the bridge, like Dante's whatever Inferno. Or
Sure.
whatever. So it was the bridge from the book where he first laid eyes upon Beatrice before she died, and it's an actual bridge there in Italy, and the Nazis, they could have blown the bridge up to keep like the Americans, whoever, like off their ass. So they radioed. They had some sort of communication. They were like, "Look, we won't blow up Dante's Bridge where he saw Beatrice because it's such a beautiful place. You guys got to promise to do like a 20-minute timeout." And they were like, "All right." And the Americans chilled for like 20 minutes.
Really?
Let them cross the bridge, and they didn't blow it up. And then they used it 20 minutes later and like pursued them.
Wow.
It was just like a weird moment in the middle of like war where they're like, "Dude, that fucking bridge."
Well, that's
is
like
so
World
sweet.
War One. You ever seen that story about the French and the British on Christmas Day? They're sitting there in the trenches. They're there for a year. Each side has moved up like 50 yards max. They're in there. There was no man's land. It was called where like it was all like mines and everybody would just die there. So Christmas, I forgot which side, but one of them basically called a timeout, and they all went out to no man's land and had Christmas dinner together, drinking, eating, and then they went back December 26th and started killing each other
What
again.
the fuck?
It's a fascinating thing in World War One.
Yeah,
Christmas dinner. Yeah.
It's got to be so nice.
Yeah, just hang out. You're like, this is just a regular guy. I don't hate this
You
guy.
got to shoot him the next day.
And the next day, you're just blowing his foot. Yeah.
It just lets you know how big propaganda is in war. You need it. Like, you just need it to be like, look at these dirty Japs. So you just need it. Otherwise, guys are going, why am I killing these people?
Yeah, you're
This guy?
committing mass murder.
Yeah.
So you have to.
Or
like,
dude, who didn't even bang your girl, or like,
I know.
get the TV show you wanted.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a weird on and off switch because in the
You have
society,
no reason to kill this guy.
no, you have in society you have to control murder. Then every now and again you got to be like, you know who kind of sucks actually?
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
what if we just killed that whole country? And everyone's like, get your fucking gun.
Or like the Japanese, like the emperor was just like, guys, if you fly your planes into the sides of this, fly your planes into the sides of the American boats, I can personally, I'm the emperor, dude. I guarantee you're getting into heaven. You can have whatever you want. And they're like, yeah, and just did it. But that emperor is like, fucking dude, I don't know. Yeah.
Our politicians know our weakness. All you got to do is like a little fake attack on us.
Yeah.
A little something, like, and that gets us.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor, 9/11.
The drones, that's
We'll
why
attack anyway. They'll be like, we're going to this country. They didn't have anything to do. And they're like, just fucking kill people.
One of
Yeah.
our boats, one of our fucking boats.
Nobody
Are
was
they serious?
like, wait a second. Why are we going to Iraq?
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a total
Yeah.
green light. Everyone thinks we're gonna. I've heard people, I should say, who think we're gonna go to war with China. Like that's inevitable.
Yeah. Well,
That'll be
they're flying their
crazy.
drones right now over my house.
Dude, honestly, dude, if I was
is
the
that?
president,
What is going
I don't
on?
know.
if I was a president, I would just go to war with Portland.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Portland would
I
be
would
nice.
just say, get these guys out of here.
Dude, my theory is World War III, if we were all being smart, we should stop fighting kind of like, between countries and have just all attack the oldest, like the elderly.
Yeah.
Right.
Just plunder the elderly.
Get them
across
outta
the
here.
world, Get them out of
If
here.
you
and
gotta
then
get your
have, like, a
bloodthirst,
very-
yeah.
exactly. We all plunder. We all make a deal. Like, look, let's just use all these advanced technologies we've created to absolutely plunder the elderly.
Do you think we're going to come together as a planet and fight whoever's controlling the drones, like these drone things? You think like the aliens? You think the alien invasion, this project, Blue Light or Beam Light, whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
Blue Beam.
I've heard
That's
of
what
it.
everyone's
Blue
saying.
Book? I think it's called Blue Book.
Blue
think it's
Beam.
Blue Beam. Blue Beam.
Yeah, where it's like the alien, like where the countries are staging an alien attack, and they're going to say that these drones are we're going to get attacked by aliens and come together against a common good.
That would be great.
I've heard that theory.
Common
that-
enemy, I
and they're
know.
going to use it to do like a one world government situation.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, people get mad. I always say this, but I do think like that kind of setup or that, I don't know, man. I don't know if we'll always be countries or if that unification will ever happen where we're like, because I mean, they have the EU now.
Right.
So all it would take is like the U.S. and I don't know, man.
You got to
People
do it
get
with
really
language.
whacked out about it.
You got to unite people with. There's too many languages, dude. It always
Yeah.
works. Language, religion.
Yeah,
you gotta
true.
do.
But they'll
What
have-
should we
they'll
go
have
with? We
Google
go English
Translate.
1, Chinese 2.
I mean,
No.
dude, it
What do you
would
want to
be-
go 3?
the most beautiful ones: English, Spanish, French.
Chinese is out.
Chinese out.
Let them learn French.
Yeah, you don't want
All
to be
right.
like, I don't. you
They
don't
can
want
do it.
that.
Yeah, they can do it.
They can do it. They're smartest people and smartest humans.
Let's just
them
be
and the
honest.
Ashkenazi Jews.
Yeah, the romance languages are the best sounding
Right.
languages when you don't speak them.
They
You're
are.
Like,
They're nice.
I'd like to speak that.
They
language.
are pleasant.
Yeah, when I hear Hebrew, I'm like, I don't want to speak that language.
It's harsh.
Yeah.
Hebrew's harsh.
When I went to Sicily,
Out.
dude, I was fucking rock hard 24 hours a day
Oh,
just
yeah.
listening to people speak.
Dude, French as well, man. I've always I'm like the French accent kills me.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Oh,
fucking
so
French.
serious. Yeah, it's
Qu'est-ce
like-
que c'est?
Oh, yeah.
Je sais pas.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing: if that happened, even if they staged a fake alien attack and we got to be like with like Russia, like, come on, brother, let's shoot down these
Yeah.
fucking aliens, that would be fun.
That would be.
How much better than COVID would that be? Being like, we're fighting the aliens
Yeah.
together.
We'd lose so quick if it was a real thing, though.
Yeah,
I mean, dudes that can come here like light years.
I
and
know.
We'd
We'd
just
be
like,
done.
pow, pow.
Yeah.
That's what our guns would sound like to them. Pow.
Yeah.
Pow. And they'd just be like,
Well, this is
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
argument for that. If you're able to get to that level of technology, I do think there's a good chance that you would have worked out the weird interpersonal kinks that would make you like a weird kind of like domineering warlord.
But they may look at us like cattle, though, and be like, they may look at us like ants or something, but like not even have that compassion because they're like, look at these stupid.
That's true too.
Yeah, they're like doing podcasts. They're talking. They're
Yeah.
like, they
They're
may
probably
do that.
digging the cast.
They probably
Yeah,
dig a
I think
cast,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the thing that they like.
If you could hear, they're probably smart enough. Imagine if you could like just watch ants and like get a full in-depth look into like what
That's
they're thinking
true.
and
If they-
feeling all day. I mean, this is awesome.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't think the drones are sniffing for nukes, though. That was a big theory too.
Big
I
thing
don't
they
think
said
so.
it's nuke sniffers.
And even if they are, I don't think the drones will. I don't think the nuke will go off because it's in America. I think the nuke knows, like, I'm home. This is where it created me. I can't kill my
I
father.
hope so. Or
I think the nuke
Yeah.
will do a quick scan and say there's not enough Japanese people here. I can't go off unless there's a certain percentage.
It's
Just kidding around.
They don't have a
obviously.
Wei
true.
button
I'm
here.
just kidding around.
Yeah,
Because
we're
our
just
nuke has
joking. It's a
AI.
character piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably AI now. It's probably full. The nuke's probably conscious. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But like it was created here, so like the nuke kind of knows. Like
What do they think the
I gotta
drones
kill
are
my
going to
father.
set? Yeah, they think they're going to set off the nuke or something.
they think the drone's sniffing for the nuke
Where it is.
to where it is to find it.
Oh, okay. So
Because
then
the
they
issue
can-
is the nuclear weapons now supposedly have more power than Hiroshima, and they can be fit in a suitcase.
I've heard. Yeah,
So that's the issue.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. I had a guy on recently. He did James Fox. He did like multiple documentaries on UAPs and UFOs and stuff. And he's like, I mean, he's totally convinced. He's like, dude, we've been contacted multiple times. But I don't know. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? It's like, if you're
Right.
worried about an alien invasion, it's like, bro, you're totally powerless.
I have no fear of that for some reason.
I have zero. Even nuclear war, I'm kind of like,
whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't worry about it. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I was like,
If it's
I hope
gonna
it-
happen.
hope it doesn't happen. But I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, knock it off.
Yeah.
You should really rethink this. But it's like, it would suck if it didn't. Like, if it was like it put us in like the wasteland scenario. But then it's like we get to all dune out. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, then the whole world would just look like 6th Street.
Yeah.
Right there in Austin.
You can go there and practice for like the end of the world.
This is why we come to Austin, dude. We're practicing for the new world.
God, what a dump at night that street is.
Yeah.
It's
That'll
a
be huge if we somehow, if they can use the aliens to make us somehow like all disarm like our nuclear weapons, but like no one's gonna want to do it first. They're gonna be like,
You know what would happen though? The aliens would have us disarm the nuclear weapons, and then we would just go back to medieval warfare like 20 years later. We would just start attacking the regular way, which that would suck.
yeah, no, we could still drop big bombs. They just couldn't.
Okay,
have,
but just
then
no
it's-
nukes.
But then when you're like murdering each other, you're gonna get the edge. It's like it's
Right.
it's a catchy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say aliens only started showing up after the first nuke went off. There were no alien sightings before 1945.
That's what the guy James Fox was saying. It was like they're very a lot of the sightings around military stuff have always been. And then I was like, what if it's just like super advanced technology they're not talking about? He's like, I mean, even that is like a whole thing in itself. He's like, it could be, but
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Lazar, I believe that guy Bob Lazar saw all that stuff years ago and was
Yeah.
telling everyone about it.
they're claiming they can do like full speed right angle turns, just like like that.
Yeah.
They said there was a pilot that like saw like a silver kind of like almost like cylinder object just buzzing around, and he like did a nosedive to come down to see what it was, and he said the thing spiraled up towards him, and then when he kind of like he like tried to contain it, it just was gone. And then they had like a latitude longitude, and he was like, when he got to the latitude longitude, it was just there, just like waiting for him.
Yeah.
Rogan just posted yesterday on his Instagram, like to explain like this footage, and it was like this unedited footage, and it's just two orbs
Yeah.
like that just happened, I guess, last night, and they just the way they shoot off into space is not, and it, Rogan's saying this is unedited footage, this is real.
Yeah, the problem is like, well, there's like two things. Is you could fake that so easy. You could fake
Yeah, I guess
that,
you could, yeah.
but there's all these like high level military guys coming out being like, no, for real, I saw it. So like, why would they risk their?
They either don't
credibility?
care about us, they're looking at us like we would look at ants and go like, what do we
Yeah.
care? Or they're jerking off to us.
That's
Because think about it, when you jerk off to something shameful and then you just jet, you like leave. Like, so maybe they're just taking it out, they're wanking
Yeah.
it, and then their commander's like, where were you? And like he clears the search history.
Yeah.
The ones who die are like the people who get caught like autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, he's out there jerking off
Yeah.
to humans and
Yeah.
he crashed.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing. They come and then they bounce. So what are they doing?
I don't
What
know.
are they doing, man?
I don't know. I don't
They're either
know.
totally disinterested or it's a fetish. It's a kink for them.
Yeah, or like I said, I just you know, I hold out hope, being like, dude, if you get that advanced, you must, like, there's no way you get that advanced when you're still like kind of self-destructive and all that. I think they might be pretty chill.
Yeah,
Right.
I think one of the big things they probably, to get that advanced, I think they have no shame, because I think the thing that holds humans back is shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame. It's like,
Yeah, but it's
all
also
our anger comes from shame, and it's all projected out.
Yeah, but shame's pretty good though, because it keeps, like, you should have a sense of, like, if you do a certain thing, like, there's going to be a bad feeling accompanying it.
Yeah.
If I went home and like blew my dog and just like took a walk, that's a problem for society. I need to be like, what
solid,
the fuck
solid
am I-
point.
It's a good
Shame's
point.
not
Solid
bad.
point.
Shame's not a bad thing.
What
It's
I
a bad
said was
rap.
wrong.
Yeah.
Because you just made a solid point.
You need it,
Yeah.
dude. Shame is a good.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the beginnings of your conscience. It's just your conscience, but it's like if you kind of get carried away with it, you can burden yourself with it.
Yeah.
But like having no shame is not good.
Not good. People might go far in life with no shame, but it's
True.
not.
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
You gotta have a balance. You gotta be like, turn off the shame for certain things.
Yeah.
And then turn it back on when you're gonna blow your dog. Or you're gonna just, you know, take a kid into a fucking harem and drink their blood. You want to turn the shame off for that. Yeah.
Just slow blowing your dog.
You want to turn the shame. Yeah, you want to turn the shame all the way up at a kiddie party, and then you want to just turn it off when you're fucking hitting the stage. Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it.
Dude, the slow blow is it's really, dude, it's just gonna be a quiet slow blow job to a male friend is gonna be something that I might honestly bring it up on Rogan and just ask his assessment.
He would love that.
Yeah.
What, man? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah. I know. I remember the last time I went on, I was saying how attracted I was to this trans actress on the show Baby Reindeer, and thinking like he was going to be like, you know, back and forth, and he just went, ugh, it's disgusting. And then he just started talking about alligators, and I was fucked.
Once you hear
fuck around.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
around.
Whenever I've done that show, once he starts talking about grizzly bears, I know I'm
You're
bombing.
done. You're bombing.
Yeah.
You're bombing.
It's like, you know what, man? You just got to cook it before trichinosis sets in, man. And I'm like, okay, I'm boring you. Yeah.
So that's the sign.
Yeah.
It is for real, dude. I'm like being genuine. The ability his ability to sit there for 3 hours and talk, it's uncanny.
Crazy.
I don't know
After an
anyone else
hour,
who can do it.
I can feel an hour in me, and I go, all right, I've hit an hour, and I start going, all right.
Yeah, and he does that, by the way, 3 times a week. It's not like he does
yes.
it once a week.
Yeah.
It's for real, like it's pretty nuts.
He's
Yeah.
such a busy guy. I think that's how he schedules in his socializing.
It's a good
Because
move.
he's so busy, man.
It's a good
Smart.
move. After you podcast a lot, it does kind of suck when you socialize. You're like, dude, I should be getting paid for this right now.
Yeah.
Why am I wasting my time?
Yeah, I'm like, why am I giving gems to these people at dinner when I could just be doing that on a Patreon?
I'm
man?
out with my neighbors. I could just be man on the street right now. Just generating content.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we were literally talking to our driver yesterday, and because he was like a liberal guy from Texas, so we were like going crazy.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe that we finally met one, whatever. And he was like an older guy, and we're having fun, whatever, talking. And I was recording the whole thing. I was like, oh, this would be good on Patreon. And then at the end, when he's dropping us off, you know, he says like the address of where we are, and then Giannis like, oh, we probably shouldn't post that, dude. He just said the address, and the guy was like, are you recording me? And then I slowly put down, I was like, no. But it's fun. The last bit we have, he goes, are you recording me? And then, so you can see that at patreon.com/historyhyenas. We've already posted that puppy.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Just doing Veritas on fucking.
Yeah. So we're like, that's actually like a crime, but we're just willing to do it if you give us $5 a month.
No, it's like investigative journalism. Project Veritas. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was awesome.
Awesome.
When they got guys being just give
Yeah.
a guy one martini and he'd be like, dude, I'm so fucking horny, dude. All this stuff in COVID's fake. Did you see those videos?
Oh, yeah. I don't
He'd
know
be
if those
dude,
were
we're
real, though. Were they real?
I think so.
I think they are real.
Dude, if you get a guy, you get crushed. Like, dude, if you like just go on like LinkedIn profiles and just have like a hot chick be like, I'd love to come out and talk to you. They'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And like, dude, we're like making up half these fucking, and it was just like, there's a guy, he claimed that they were making variants so that they could get ahead of them so they could create vaccines for ones they made up.
But here's the issue.
He said that. So they're like,
That's wild.
COVID's out there, and they're like, well, what if we made a thing like it, got the vaccine for it, and then that way we're already ready if something like that strikes.
But to Chris's point, this is why I don't think it's real, and it's probably like a setup, like you're going to be this guy, because it is illegal. So like, if that really happened, the guy would be like get in trouble. It's illegal.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
it's like
do
a
that.
gray area with the journalists, though. I think journalists can do that somehow.
Can they?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's illegal and maybe they're actively suing them, but the whole it's out anyway.
out
And maybe
anyway.
eventually they'll take it down.
Yes,
But
this is some of
maybe
my
they're
favorite
willing
guys.
to take the lawsuit on the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to say it.
It's a
But
weird.
it's also
it's a
a
weird
criminal
territory.
offense, though, isn't it?
I
don't know
don't
if it's
know.
criminal.
I don't
I don't know
know.
if it's criminal.
I don't know. That's a good question because I know you can't record a phone call. without the other person's consent.
Right. So I would assume that it would be
Which
in
I've also
person.
done a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But
And just posted it. Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. But
Yeah.
but you can I don't know, man. It's a weird gray area because I feel like journalists have to be able to do that. Like whistleblowers and shit do it all the
I
time.
think probably if you do it, then maybe I don't know anything, but maybe
Dude, the
you get,
laws are like what? Like
Yeah.
if you any law, like if you've ever, when you're single, if you've ever like paid for a girl's Uber to come over to your house and then you guys have had sex, you Uber her home, you've technically sex trafficked her.
True.
Like that's all real.
It
you
is.
know?
But yeah, but you have to trick her. You have to be like, yeah, which
Right.
you know, there is some trickery there always.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, like let's watch a movie. We're not really. I don't want to watch the movie. with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I think though the problem becomes if she comes over and you bang her, and then other guys come over and bang her.
Did you
too.
see that shit in France?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
50. We were watching on the
50.
plane.
Bro,
We-
watching on the
so what,
news.
we couldn't hear. What's the thing? 50 guys are going down for.
I think a guy was just kind of like this is what Diddy was getting accused of with Cassie or whatever her name is, Cassidy.
Yeah.
Saying like he would just be like, imagine you took your wife out to a nice dinner and then like when you got home you're like, surprise, babe, and there were just like 4 dudes there and she's like, I don't really feel like it. And he's like, no, it's going down. And he would just have her allegedly have her get kind of banged out.
Wow.
And I think the French guy was going ham with it at the same setup where he'd be like, surprise. And it was just like 4 dudes. I'm not going to say his bros. I don't know if they're his bros or not, but it'd be
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 dudes would just
Yeah.
run the
Banging
fucking,
out his wife.
yeah, just banging. And it was like apparently 50 dudes got caught.
And he's a
doing it.
real wealthy like celebrity in France,
I
this kind of
believe-
guy.
I guess so, yeah. Which is the craziest thing to get caught with.
Yeah. The human brain is wild, isn't
Wild.
it?
Yeah, man. It's fucked up. And that's such a wild one though, man.
Yeah.
They go, you're not going to fuck me? All right. And just have like dudes come through.
Or they get off on it watching dudes kind of
Yeah.
uncomfortably bang their wife. Yeah.
It's a weird thing,
People
man.
got weird things.
Crazy,
We all
bro.
got something.
Never me, bro. I'm
Dude,
numero,
that's why-
numero uno, bro. Nah, I would be so mad.
No, I would, yeah, I'd
I
be
don't do it.
upset. Yeah.
Third guy, you'd be like, what the fuck am I doing? This is
Yeah.
Oh, take 3.
Yeah.
like, what the
By the
fuck?
third, you're like, wait, this wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
I was fine with the first
Well, the
2.
crazies for you and 50 people to all go down together for that. That trial must have been crazy.
Yeah.
They're all going down too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is French jail even like though? You think it's even that big of a deal? Probably cigarettes, baguettes.
Yeah, true. It's probably
Not that
French
big.
jail's probably, and the gay sex there probably has that French.
Probably
flair.
awesome. Well, it's loving.
Yeah, it probably
Yeah.
is. Like, oh, that's. I don't know, man. The French jail probably actually does suck.
Yeah.
I mean, all jails. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if the food might be all right. But
Food's
yeah,
probably better than most.
If
Dude,
you're a
just-
criminal, just take a flight to Norway and commit a crime, and then you just live.
No
great.
no
for sure.
death penalty, no life in prison. Most of your prison time is on a farm.
Dude, I saw a documentary about that, and they have like guitars and shit. They have like music rooms you can just go play. It's like
Hang
that
out.
is a kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like hanging out in like a rec room of a luxury condo building. Like
Yeah.
you just got everything you want. You're chilling.
That wouldn't be bad.
No, not at all.
And you can do a pretty sick crime. You can like crash a car into someone's house, something like crazy.
Literally, that guy in Norway who like killed all those school kids, like that awful thing. He's going to get out of jail.
Is he
He's just
really?
in a fucking open air jail?
I don't think he's ever going to get out, but the laws are that he should, but they keep finding
Oh,
reasons
okay.
to keep
All right,
him
so
in.
I missed
But
it.
it's
Yeah.
funny because technically he would get out, but because of what he did, they keep finding loopholes to keep him in there because
Yeah.
their own laws, by their own laws,
Right.
they're all about rehabilitation and they're
Yeah.
all-
They should just send him to Guantanamo.
yeah.
Ship
be
him to
sick.
Guantanamo.
Yeah.
Just be like, all right, you're out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah,
Because he shouldn't be there like doing like fucking. He's probably like getting emails and stuff.
yeah.
So like, that guy should be locked up.
Dude, I mean, prisoners have Instagram in the U.S. Like they know they're listening to pods.
I know.
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, where are we at time wise? I don't want to keep you guys up. All right,
We're good. Let's get some breakfast,
Yeah,
dude.
let's fucking eat some breakfast. Thank you guys, dude.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Oh, and
Yeah.
by the way, January 18th, we're doing our first live History Hyena show at the Lincoln Theater in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Nice,
Dude,
man.
we're doing it, baby.
Yeah.
2
Oh, that's-
days before the inauguration, so get down there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Get tickets at historyhyenasisback.com, christycomedy.com, or YanisPapasComedy.com.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys.
dude.
Thank you,
guys.
brother.
Hell yeah.